I think you were speaking on it earlier. Your idea of what someone being broke is can be very subjective. You have some women who will literally sit here and say a man making $150,000 a year is still broke by their definition of what it is. So I mean, if you want to go just like a universal understanding, I don't think society would collapse. And I mean, for usually for decades, ideally women would try to go after men that were in socioeconomic positions that were better than their own or the same class of theirs, or they would go above that. So I mean, I don't think society would break. I just think that there's a level of subjectivity that we have to go into that. You know what I'm saying? And
So
I'm
let me. Now,
yeah.
I get what you're saying, but what do you think I mean by like when I say with society collapse? What do you think I'm talking about? That collapse would be, who would be causing that?
Well, so if you want to talk about society collapsing, I don't think that children would still be born. I mean, that would still be happening. I mean, a lot more people would be more selective about their dating processes. I mean, I don't see it being like the end of the world behind, if women said, okay, if we have a universal understanding of what broke is, and if you don't fall below that threshold, then you can't procreate or date. I don't think society will fall.
And so here's my question. Let's say, like, if you broke, I ain't gonna say a number. You broke, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you go by, but what do you go by that though?
Yeah, because
'Cause-
I'm saying, like, if you look at the class system, like at the class system, right?
yeah.
Those at the bottom is a lot more people at the bottom than is at the top. So what if the average man couldn't get coochie, couldn't have access to women? Do you think that would change men's behavior?
Probably not. I mean, well, I mean, typically, yeah. Now that I think about it, because normally, like even from a societal standpoint, most women tend to like to date within their area. Well, most of us date within proximity. That's the biggest thing
Well,
that a lot of us
hear what
do.
I'm saying. I'm trying to get you to like think about it more, not
I am.
just listen what I'm saying. What if women didn't date in their proximity? Even if she was broke, she was like, unless he had money, I don't want to fuck with him. And like the average man literally could not have sex with a woman, could not have access to a woman.
Yeah, but see, but that's what the subjectivity aspect comes down to it. Because if you are, let's say, if we just say the universal rule, if you are below the poverty line, you shouldn't have kids. Because once again, you can be an average earning American, but you still all your needs are met, everything is straight, everything is good. I don't think that should classify you as broke. But if you're below the poverty line, then we're talking about different numbers. Then, because then there would still be a vast number of men who don't fall under the poverty line. So that's why I say the impact wouldn't be as big as you think it would be.
And thank you. Who said it? Black Dad Engineer. When you talking about the achievement, that's kind of what I was trying to. But it don't matter. What's that? Well,
So guys,
are you there?
I'm here. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I think. Basically, there would basically be a revolution. Like, have you ever heard of this? Have you ever heard of this little thing called the French Revolution? That's basically what would happen if women stopped dating broke men.
So why would it be similar to the French Revolution? Because that's not why we had the French Revolution.
Because basically there would be a lot of young restless men, and then they would get stirred up by a group of populist demagogues, and then the government would be overthrown.
Yeah, he
But
made he
men,
made that whole thing up as he went though.
No,
yeah, I
no,
know.
that,
I, I
that's
think I
literally
think
that's literally
I
what
think
Nice
would
try though,
happen.
bro.
Hold up, real quick.
hey,
It's
real
weird that
quick.
you brought up the. No, no, no. Hold up. It's weird that you brought up the French Revolution and then use that justification. But like, do you even know why the French Revolution was a thing?
Yeah. It was basically because of class inequality. So there were a lot of people that didn't have a lot of there were basically few rich people, and then there were a lot of poor people, and basically basically like let's say women stop dating
Actually,
broke
I
men.
know what it is. I'm saying I'm trying to. It's weird
Yeah.
that you would draw that correlation to men not getting coochie and access to women. That's
He
all.
tried to play smart
Well.
and it
If
didn't
there's
work
no
out.
coochie, then there's nothing to lose in a revolution. There's nothing to lose in the first place, is there? So then
He
the only
tried to play
conclusion
smart. It
is
didn't
Like,
work
real
revolution.
out.
quick, Brandon.
But hey, host, can you distinguish something for me? Are you saying that average men are broke?
do I think average men are broke?
Yeah, the baseline income right now below the poverty line. Are you saying that average men who are making the national average or whatever the case is, are you calling them broke?
Not really. I honestly, I want you to think more about the society collapse than a dating a
Because
broke woman part.
yeah, no,
Like
'cause-
on it, no, just think about it. Like I really want you to think on like what would cause men who have privilege in our society to rebel against the system that we live in, right? Especially when men say they're
Yeah,
protectors and
that's
providers.
that's
Hold up, hold up, hold up. If you see that the middle class is disappearing, right? The cost of living is going up. Yeah, broke today. Like even if you're not broke today, like give it 5 years, you'll be fucking broke because the divide is becoming more distinct. I want to know,
so
like, would coochie be enough for men to say, "Fuck it, we're going to do something to overturn the system," or is it going to take something more for y'all? That's all. But hold on, let
yeah,
yeah,
Brandon.
no.
Hold up,
Probably
hold up,
coochie's all that is.
hold up. Let Brandon go. Brandon, you there?
Yeah,
You go ahead.
I'm here.
You want to respond?
Yeah, I don't think it'll overthrow the society if that was the question. Or would society collapse? I
Real
don't think it
quick,
would
and that's
collapse.
probably because I got hold up. Because probably because I got all men up here. Can y'all mute up if you're not supposed to be talking? Go ahead, Brandon.
No, I was saying, I don't think society would collapse, but if men and women are not dating, s- like the generations stop. That's the bad thing about that because there's no more kids being made. But as far as the people that are left, society is still run, but it would have to stop eventually because no one's having kids.
No, it's people who got money. It's men out here with
No,
money. They
that
still.
still wouldn't.
I didn't
That's
say
still
all men. Hold up, real quick, because it's not all the men. It's just the broke men, right?
no. What I'm saying is most people are not rich, so that's why I think your mistake is at. Like for example, it's
no, I
only
know that.
it's only
Listen,
a
what I'm
small
saying.
amount. It's only a
I know,
small amount.
sir.
Hold
I
on,
know
why
what you're
why you keep
saying
cutting me off?
because
It's
you seem to be
only I'm
confused.
gonna go on mute.
Listen.
All right,
You
you can talk. I'm
said
gonna go on mute.
I don't understand. I'm just saying that the population will be smaller, but it's not like there will be nobody. It will just be less people.
I mean,
No, it would
with the
be
poverty
eventually.
rate
Hold
being
on.
only
See,
ten
I
point
can't.
six
I'm gonna go
percent.
on mute. I'm gonna go on mute.
I'm sorry, look, the poverty rate right now is only 10.6%. So if we were to say that this 10.6% of men who are below the poverty rate cannot have access to women, or they can't date, or whatever the case is, the other 90% of us would still be doing exactly what we're doing. So that's the reason why, like, this idea of society collapsing, that's not probable, because the
Ex-
other night,
except if that population grows to a critical mass.
yeah, if it got to
How
a
would it
critical
grow?
mass,
How would
but
it grow if no one's having kids?
no, but hear me out. No, hear me out though. As we're talking, hold on.
Before we get to that point, there would be a revolution.
I
No, it
mean,
says
how?
you, man. It says you. You adding it while you go.
The
Dude,
other
I would.
the other 90% of men would not stand for that. Our lives would not be impacted. So this
Yeah,
small 10%
that's
of
true.
men
That's
who are
true.
being upset, we would not give a fuck about what this 10% of men don't have access to. Like, I'm sorry, I don't see a revolution coming behind because 10% of dudes can't date women. That doesn't even make sense. We look at y'all like, well, shit, do better. Like, no
And
bullshit.
what y'all don't understand is dating really has nothing to do with finances. You've been tricked into that.
No. So I'm talking about from the dating perspective,
I'm not
going
saying you. I'm not
to
saying
a
you.
major. I'm talking about a major relationship. If
No,
this was
I'm saying in our society in general, we think that finances make up a big part of the relationship when it doesn't. Let me prove to you that it doesn't.
What
But hold on, because y'all keep cutting me
When
off,
the guy
man.
loses the job, the
Hold on.
divorce rate goes up.
Thank you. Definitely.
What I'm saying is finances has nothing to do with dating at all. When dating was invented, it had nothing to do with finances. And let me prove to you how finances can't hold a relationship together. Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos are divorced. Do you think it had anything to do with him or them not having enough money?
It
no,
was just
see,
because their wives were
Right,
bitches.
right. So it's something besides money that made the woman want to divorce two of the richest men in the world, right?
no. Look, I understand what you're saying, but then I
Right.
think
Which means, look, these are two women that are in that position where they men have unlimited money, correct?
that's
And they
that's
still,
absolutely
and something still said, you know what? That's not enough.
See, brother, the thing about it is you're talking about the 1% of the 1% of the
No,
1%.
and I'm
No, no,
giving
no,
you.
no.
Let me go ahead.
That's the point.
That
Let me
nothing
go.
percentage, man.
Yeah,
No,
Can I
he's
please?
wrong.
Can I please give a rebuttal real
No,
quick?
no,
Let
no,
him.
no, because y'all keep
Everybody-
cutting me
Everybody,
off, and I'm not
everybody
even
is
done.
talking
So
over
we
each
can all
Foolishness.
other.
play that
This is
game.
very difficult because one, you just said something that's false. You literally sat here and said that finances has nothing to do with dating, and you said that's how it started. No, it didn't. Dating since
Listen,
the dating since the
Adam,
Look,
hold
man,
on,
we
Adam,
need
hold
to
on, hold on, brother,
listen,
hold on,
brother.
brother.
This
Let him
brother's
there was
right.
no
Hold
land.
on, hold on,
finances.
hold on.
Who this guy?
Riri.
What old
Dating,
is he?
There was
19?
no,
dating,
Young
there was
daughter?
dating,
no
Is he
dating,
finances
19
with
years
Adam
old?
dating
Riri.
since
Hold
the
Riri,
up.
you
beginning of
Hold
tried.
up.
time.
Hold up.
Dating,
Listen,
What
I
if
don't
you
care
gotta
because they
wait?
cutting
I
me
ain't
off.
brother, you
introducing the
gotta Brandon,
conversation.
calm
Go
down,
ahead,
Brandon.
land. No. Go ahead,
You
land,
off all
sir.
good.
So, like I was saying, so when you think about dating in
He
itself,
cut me off to
since
say
we want to
this.
talk about in time immemorial,
I'll let you go ahead.
finances and a man's ability to provide has always been a thing. Why do you think it?
Not
Why do you, no,
finances,
that no?
Goofy.
Once again,
Not
your access
finances,
to
Goofy.
resource,
No, no,
sir.
no.
So stop.
Nice
So
try.
for
That's
one,
not
so
finances,
stop with the
Goofy.
childish. Stop with
That's
the
not
childish ass
finances,
insults. That
Goofy. You already
you
played
sound
this
dumb.
game. That's
How is
what
that
I'm
not?
doing.
How is your
You a
access to
Goofy,
resources
bruh.
not
That's
tied into your
not
finances? You
finances.
dumb
That's
ass.
not finances,
How is that
Goofy.
not
Nice
finances?
try,
No,
because
no,
it's
sir.
not.
Sir,
It's
explain to me
not
how is that.
finances at
Explain
all.
to me how that
You
is not
think?
finances.
Listen,
Your
I'm gonna
ability.
explain if you shut your
If
lips.
you let me finish my
Look,
point
look, you
first.
still talking. Look,
One,
you're
the
doing
host
two
told me
things
I
at
could
one
go.
time. You're
Because once
doing two
again,
things at one time.
no.
Brother,
Once
you
we got as a
sound goofy.
childish guy who can't just
You
shut up and
sound
listen.
goofy, man.
The
You
the
sound goofy.
host
Nice
told me to
try,
talk.
though. Nice
The host
try.
told me to talk. Why? I'm
Nah,
sorry.
you goofy,
I'm sorry.
bro.
You was raised by women, weren't you? Because you can't shut up at all.
Well,
I'm
I'm really
married,
getting
bro.
astray. That's
You
crazy.
No,
goofy,
because
bro.
he
You
keep
trying
talking.
everything.
Host,
You trying everything and
host,
it's
you
not
literally
working.
told me
Now
to
you
talk. This man
begging. Look,
cannot
he
shut up.
begging you
I could
now.
tell. I could tell he has
Now
not
he
been hitting his
begging
mouth
you.
enough. He has not been hitting his mouth enough. Because
Yeah, I know,
Look,
he's
you're
brother,
letting
immature.
people
All
talk.
right,
You're
hold up,
immature.
hold
You're
up,
so
hold up, y'all.
eggshell.
Hold up,
You're not
y'all.
even a
Hold up.
man
Damn
yet.
sure wouldn't do it.
No
Hold
Nice
up,
right to
hold up,
try,
talk. You need to
Brandon.
Goofy.
shut your
Hey,
mouth.
hold
Yeah,
up,
nice
y'all.
try,
I'm gonna
Goofy.
have to drop y'all. Let's invite everybody in the conversation. Go ahead, the word of God, and then we go to G.
I was gonna say, host, you literally told me to go, and this man just
I
can't
know,
stop.
but y'all was
No, no.
arguing.
What I'm saying. Well, no, listen. Let's go. Anyway, blessings, everybody. But
Cut him off.
we need to learn to listen to understand and listen to reply. I mean, just talking over people, man. That's so immature. I mean, if you're here to connect your dots as a human being, you know what I mean, to learn about who you truly are intrinsically. Even Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." I don't want a woman in my life who haven't done the work, the shadow work, get rid of her traumas and things in the past, and come to an understanding that her breath that she's breathing is her existence. Anybody who's panel hold their breath for 4 minutes, what happened? They pass out because their breath is their existence, which is the Holy Scriptures, which is the self of God, the image of God,
Hold on,
the
why you
name of God,
preaching,
which
sir?
is
Why you
you.
But we had
preaching?
a
But I'm not
Goofy that
preaching.
said
I'm stating
finances.
facts. I'm talking about
Finances
life.
coming to all of this.
I'm talking life. I mean, this is who you are.
Yeah,
If you're not
finances
conscious of
coming
who
to
you
all
are
of
inside
this.
of your body, then how in the hell you could tell me you love me? Where you
Okay,
coming
man.
Sir,
from?
what the
No,
fuck is
it's
I'm
going
about
just
on?
it's
saying to
about
any woman.
finances.
What is
I was
happening
saying
right
to any
now?
woman, how can anyone
Hold
come to
up,
me
Brandon. Hold up,
and tell me they
sir.
love
What,
me if
sir?
they haven't done the work?
Sir, you got Jesus
Access
in
to
your life. Why you
resources
so
is
fucking
finances.
mad? Calm
No, no, I'm just
down.
saying. No, I'm just saying.
How you
I'm
got
just
Jesus
saying.
in your
No,
life
no,
and
no,
be
no.
this
This.
fucking mad?
I'm
Calm
talking about this young
down.
man down here. I'm not excited. I'm just talking now. I'm talking. Everybody talking, yelling, cussing. I haven't cussed. Okay. So don't. Come on, please. Allow me to explain this. We are intrinsic beings. We are. Listen. We are immortal beings. We live in a simulation, a hologram, the firmament. We came to our mother's womb into this place. And we got to find a place back. And everything in this firmament is trying to take us away from our reality, from our breath, which is the Spirit of God, the Word of God, our existence, which is love, which is the image of God, which is the character of God. The image of God is not what you look like in the mirror. The wealth and riches you're seeking is already within your thoughts.
Hold
It's
up,
manifesting
sir.
the
Hold up,
reality.
sir.
Goofy
Hold
said
up.
it's actual
Hold
finances.
up, sir.
You need actual finances.
Hold up, Brandon. Hold up, Brandon. No, Dorcas, don't do. Sir, you preaching to us. Hold up, mute up.
Now,
Hold up.
I'm not preaching to
No,
nobody.
hold up, real quick.
If I'm preaching
Hold
to
up.
you, wait a minute. If you say I'm
All
preaching to
right.
you, then
I gotta
you
mute you. Because who the fuck? I'm fucking talking. I said, hold the fuck up. Damn. Shit. All right, we got it in the fucking simulation. Calm the fuck down. Go make a video about it. All right, Omar, go follow. He said he got the word. Go follow that man. But talking over me is crazy. Don't
I'm
unmute.
not.
Hold up, because G, you better say some bullshit. What's up, Dark Horse? I gotta go after G. Y'all do me a favor. Can y'all tap the screen,
Your
share the live?
intelligence on vagina and penises. I
Sir,
pay attention.
calm down. You got Jesus in
Nope.
your heart.
I'm not.
Calm
I'm not.
down.
I'm gonna stay on mute till he drop. I ain't doing it.
Calm down. Again, can y'all tap the screen, share the live out, and gift it if you can? Go ahead, G. Try and get everybody in the conversation.
Will society collapse if women stop dating broke men? Absolutely not, because that's what's going on now. Actually, no, I'll take that back. Most of these broke men, or men in general, they not even going on dates with y'all. They just fucking these women and having sex with them, right? That's all they are
Hold
doing.
up, real
We don't
G.
have to date you guys. Or men. Let me.
G. No. Hold up, G. I need y'all to be like real quick. I'm talking about women not being with men, period. Like no coochie on the table. I'm trying, like, of course, it's worded a certain way, but no coochie on the table. It's not you just getting fucked. No, the women are saying no. If that was the case, do y'all niggas got imagination? What do you think the scenario would be?
The scenario. Listen, there are women out there who cannot control their libido, just like men can at times. Y'all have this philosophy that women do not want sex as much as men. That is a lie. Even if all men we were able to control our libido, the women cannot. Right? You guys are going to be able to entice and coerce a man just like we do you guys. It is impossible. Right? The gym I work at, all them motherfuckers, personal trainers, all of them are broke, but they have a harem of women behind them just because off the way they look. So that will be impossible. Not just because of the man, but because of the women, right? Y'all like to fuck just as much as we do. So it's impossible. It is impossible, right? It is impossible. And let me just say this.
No, G, you get 1 point. I'm trying to open the panel. All
Oh,
right, we got.
oh, I
All
have
right, all
something else to say, but that's my point.
right. Say it quick then.
I had a lot more to say. Can I keep going?
You got 30 seconds.
Um, Yeah, a lot of women want to have sex as much as men, so that's why this scenario will not work, right? I know accustomed to women using sex as a negotiating tool to entice a man or to get a man or to keep a man without taking into the fact y'all enjoy sex, y'all like to get O's, even though most of the time y'all not even catching O's, but you're still sleeping with these men. And not only that, just y'all don't like
All right,
broke
you had
men.
30 seconds. Hold up, real
Y'all
quick.
y'all don't
Hold
like
up.
broke men. We don't
No.
like broke.
All right, like I said, and I wasn't just talking about smacks. I'm talking about access to women and
I
women
didn't
resources.
finish. I didn't finish.
Hold up. Pause. Calm down. You were just talking about smacks. I'm talking about having access to women, to women's labor. Like it's more than just smacks. I know you
G
deprived.
is cooking.
Calm down. Go ahead, Dark Horse.
Um. So I'm going to speak on the prompt and the reason that society would collapse because society depends on people, people being here, and specifically people who are poor. So, as far as numbers, people that are below the poverty line have twice as many children per thousand women than women who have twice as much when it comes to money wise. So the supply of people, which is what the world needs to continue to move commerce and to have some sort of economy, people are what supplies that, right? We need workers. So if the demographic that produces the most babies, which would be broke men, right, stopped, then it would directly affect the economy because wealthier families have less children. So, yes, society would collapse because we would stop feeding the workers, which in turn feed the system.
It's true.
Y'all are
That's actually a
stupid.
big problem, and that's actually a big problem in countries like Japan and Korea.
Be more specific. Like explain. Thank you.
Like when you have like population collapse, the economy, the GDP shrinks.
Okay, just so y'all know, it's open panel. Just don't talk over each other.
So I think one of the biggest issues, like we brought up earlier, was the question of what is the definitive answer of what would classify these men as broke. And host, thank you for clarifying earlier where you said, okay, the average person, average income, that wouldn't be the case. situation, I gave the stance earlier that if we were to go off just the poverty line or individuals that fell below the poverty line, right now it only stands at 10.6% of people in the United States. So I don't think society in itself would collapse because once again, the other 90% of people would still be qualified to date. So that's where, or having access to to women, or broke men having access to women. So that's why I don't think that society would be affected that much.
Okay. Brandon, what do you think about what G said? Brandon must be taking this shit. Um, Long days. What you think about what G said?
I caught the tail end or something like, oh yeah, we don't date broke men or something like that. I mean, honestly, I advocate for women too, actually, to practice hypergamy. I get it, man. If you want somebody to, be in a better position than you, I'm not gonna knock you for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want that, that's cool. But when you start getting to the extremes of like, let's say you are in poverty and you want this magical person to come out of nowhere to solve all your financial problems, then all I'm gonna say is good luck to you with that. Considering the fact that most of us do in fact date in proximity. So that would be my response to that point, that small point of what they said and what I heard.
Well, I want to kind of like add on to what Darko was saying about the economy, because one thing we notice like as men talk, even if like men are not doing well economically, they like the idea of being like the leader or the man at a house, right? But it's like when you are below the poverty line and you're doing like menial work, and you're being exploited like that, that you do become more upset about it. You gotta like redirect that anger, and because we have this hierarchy, those men like the it's like I can go to work and I'm gonna submit to this man and be treated a certain way, but when I go home, like I'm gonna be the head of the household, and it helps like balance that out. What do y'all think would happen if like once y'all really think about it, like if men did not have that option, you fucking too broke, you just got to go to work and that's it. You're going to work, and we
I got.
understand we live in a
I'll be real.
system. Hold up, real quick. Hold up. We live in a
I,
class system. So hold up. We live in a class system because we live in a class system. You always gonna have some broke ass motherfuckers out here. So if like broke men wasn't able to manipulate, which the social media is exposing more of the manipulation tactics that men are using. We see that the incel community is growing. We see what's happening right now when women have more
Okay,
autonomy.
okay.
What's going to happen?
so this is a very big talking point that I bring up, and a lot of young men get upset at me when I say this, right? Um, if you are not leading in any way or shape, form in your life, i.e., with your family, your community, with your job, with your church, even with your friends, if you've never been in the capacity for leadership, but you think that the moment you get a woman that automatically makes you a leader, I'm sorry, I believe that you are mistaken. But it also goes with the same. No, you're not. If you're not doing or learning these things from somebody, or you're not doing these things with your family, with your community, with anybody else, then you're not going to be intrinsically set up to do these things. But not trying to focus on the women. I'm gonna go back to the brothers. In order for you to come just out of nowhere without any sort of leadership training or skills, or even being around good leaders in your life, but you feel that you're entitled to this position just because you were born with two testes and a phallus, I'm sorry, brother, you are sadly mistaken.
And how exactly is that fair? Long days.
Let me land real quick.
It is something like you was done though. You went out. Y'all, whoever that was, can go ahead. He going out. Maybe he don't realize that.
Yeah. So so what exactly
Go
is
ahead, go
what
ahead.
exactly is fair about that? Like, like I mean, let's say you got dealt a bad hand, and like you just want some support for from your woman, like you're just supposed to accept like second place there too.
No, no, of course not. You don't accept second place, but and that's why I support egalitarian relationships. I.e., if you and a woman are both contributing to the same amount financially to a home, I believe if you're gonna have a genuine 50-50, it needs to be a real 50-50. If she's cooking, you're cleaning. If she's washing, you folding. If she's washing dishes, you putting them in the dryer and putting them away. I don't understand why a lot of people get this idea or mindset that, oh yeah, just because I got two testes and a phallus, I am automatically disqualified from doing these basic household tasks. I can't support you with that. Now, if you want to talk about the traditional sense where you're taking the brunt of the financial burden, you're doing all the traditional things of a man, then I support you in being able to say, yeah, when I come home, I want a home cooked meal. Yes, your responsibility is to take care of these kids while I provide, and so on and so forth. But the problem about it is, so many of us do not have those skills. So many of us sit here and claim and beat on our chests, i.e., I'm a man. But once again, do you fall under the stereotype? I mean, or not the stereotype, from the societal view. Do you know how to use your hands? Are you a problem solver? Do you know how to fix things? A lot of people, especially a lot of young men, they can't, but yet they feel, because they once again have two testes and a phallus, I should get this. But in the same token, it goes back to women as well. If you think just because you have a uterus and a vagina that you are entitled to being supported, and you're not doing your part either, you can go to hell as well. So that's my point about this thing. Look at yourself. Ask
All right, share
yourself.
the mic, Sarah. You gotta wrap it up. You gotta share the mic.
Yeah, I land with that. Look at yourself and ask yourself, why would your ideal
You
person want
say
to be
you
with you? And
land,
I
man.
land.
That's what
And I
land.
land, host. I'm sorry. I land.
All right. Anybody else want to say something?
Let me look. So just like y'all don't like broke men, why do y'all not believe that a lot of us men, right? We don't like broke women. We just don't, especially when we reach a certain age. Here's the thing: if you are adult, man or woman, especially if you are a woman, you need to be self-sufficient, right? Not looking for no man or anybody to fund your lifestyle and to take care of you, right? Being a basic adult, self-sufficient, having your own apartment, own car, own career. And even then, you shouldn't get any accolade for doing the bare minimum that you should be doing as an adult. So most of us men out there, we don't like no broke ass women. And not only that, if we look at the richest man in this country, Jeff Bezos, who else? Elon Musk when he was married, George Lucas. Look at the women they married, accomplished as hell. Jeff Bezos could have got the IG baddie, OnlyFans, some little young, gorgeous woman, but look who he chose, Lauren Sanchez. Now she's a good-looking lady, but once you look at her resume and how accomplished she is, that's why he went up. That's why he. That's um, probably what made him enticed to her, right? Not just because how she looked, but because she brought a lot more to the conversation and she had a lot of depth to her, right? So don't get mixed up to think that man with money or broke money is always looking for looks. I'm not saying that's not important, right? But a lot of men with means are looking for a lot more, right? Michelle Obama, when I first saw her, she was a decent looking lady,
All right,
but
y'all got to wrap it up.
nigga, but once I got to know her,
Y'all
let me
got nowhere to
finish.
share the mic.
Let me
Damn.
finish. But,
No.
but but once I found how much depth she had,
Boy,
okay, I
fucking
can finish.
people just want to talk.
No.
Damn. Learn how to
No.
summarize and
I can
paraphrase.
finish.
It's not a no summarization. He about to give a sixth example. You just need one. Damn, G.
Y'all must feel like people
Uh,
don't listen to y'all or something.
yeah. Also, my other point was to the discussion Kara and I was having earlier. Here's the thing, right? As I said before, they did two studies of women and men.
Thank you.
When women are getting any type of intimacy, right? I'm not even talking about smacks, a hug, a kiss, a cuddle, holding hands.
See what I'm saying?
Women,
That's what I'm saying right there. Just say what the study said.
let me finish.
Damn.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Less stress, less cramps, pheromones, dopamine, all that went through the roof in a good way. And no money, no Ferrari, no credit card can come.
He talk too much, y'all. I'm sorry. He talk too fucking much. Just make the fucking point. You holding us hostage. I'm sorry. I can't do
It's good. Thank you so much. I
it.
appreciate that.
Oh, damn.
I appreciate it. And I want you guys to know that there are people who are pushing a narrative and they believe that, what is that saying, that if you speak it into existence, and y'all saying that women is fucking is not speaking it into existence. But y'all believe if y'all say it every day that women is fucking, then it's gonna magically come true and you're gonna get some pussy. It's not gonna happen, G. You can say that shit every day. No one's fucking G. That's why he says it every day. It's like a little mantra. But what I want to say is that when you have the dynamic when it comes to money, and you know that there is a what do you call it, a gap when it comes to women and men and what they make, saying I want a woman to be successful too in a patriarchy is just showing the level that you're trying to use a woman. You already know that she has going to make less than you, and you still saying, nah, I understand that, I know
That's
you make
women's
less,
game
but
plan, though. Women do
Hold
this
up,
as
she's
soon as they
talking.
wake up.
Go ahead,
what
dog.
you don't understand. If I have 30% of the income and you have 70, I'm not doing anything wrong. The society is set up for you to make more. So it is weird shit that you already have more and you want to take from the needy or people who have less than you because they are women. And it is harder for us to get the same pay. It is
Oh,
harder for us
you
to get
still
the same
talking about how
pay.
things are not equal.
Who is interrupting me? I'm going on fucking mute. I don't do the back and forth.
No, Brandon, hold up. Let him go. Hold up, Shimmer, hold up. She was still talking. Go ahead, dog.
No, but like I said, it just shows something about people's character, and you should understand that someone who wants to take advantage of someone who has less than them, that person right there is a leech. That person is there to use, and on top of your
You spoke
finances.
for the whole female race right there.
All right, he can go. Go ahead and finish.
Chanel said I did it. I love when we raise our hand. But what I'm saying is that if you have it in your mind that I know I make more and I want to contribute financially less, and then I also want to trick you into doing more in the household, that person is literally a blood sucking leech. They know they make more and they want to do less money. That's why they partner up with you, because they get to
Thank
retain
you.
more of their own money and buy more toys and elevate their lifestyle because they have a bump in income. So they're going to take more of you and give less of theirs. And then they're also going to give less when it comes to contributing in the household, chores, mental labor, all the above. They're going to start shifting shit to you. So understand that you're being used. Someone wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that if I knew somebody had less. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night saying I got all this money stacked in the bank. But yeah, let me go ahead and get that all for you. Well, it's going to put me in a strain. It don't matter. I don't care if it's going to put you in a bind. And I don't care how much I got sitting over here. That's the mind of the 1%. You guys believe you're in the 1% and you're not. You're just hurting each other. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to land.
All right,
I'm
thank
glad.
you.
I'm glad somebody said it. And I hate to sound like this dude is beating up on men. Like I hate when the first examples we go to is Jeff Bezos and so on and so forth. Dude, we get on social media. Look, everybody for some reason on social media, they got a PhD, they got a master's degree in something, they're an economist, they're a relationship coach, they're a secret
Let me
millionaire.
say
Like,
something.
dude, we're talking about average people doing average people things. These are average people conversations. And yet we always like to jump to celebrities or millionaires. I'm sorry, you're not in that class. Well,
No,
most of us,
he obsessed with celebrities, so
like, bro, like, I'm sorry, get off that. Talk about your situation, and then I don't know, I don't know how some brothers feel about this. The way I got brought up, man, it costs to be the boss. So if I want to sit here, if I want to sit here acting like I'm King Kong, I gotta have some backing to say that. You know what I'm saying? If you come to me and say, oh yeah, if I want to do this, I'm not gonna dismiss you or put you down. Like, no, I'm the man. Shut up. No, baby boy, explain to me why you want this. What's going on with it? Okay, sweetheart. Right now, from a financial standpoint, I don't think that makes sense. It's as simple as that. This whole idea of just,
no,
yeah,
we
I'm a man.
sir, we
I'm
got it.
sorry.
No, and I don't know if it's my attention span or y'all motherfuckers long winded. Like we got more people up here though. Go ahead,
Just humble
Sharon.
yourself.
First of all, how y'all doing today? Um, and will society collapse if women stop dating broke men? Absolutely not. Well, actually, I think it would, actually. And I think that'd be a good thing. Not even just necessarily just broke men, but I think kind of men altogether. I don't be thinking society like needs to go on the way that it has been at this point. But I think that it would. I think more often than not, men that are very much so undeserving in various aspects of life or existence, whatever you want to call it, various aspects of society, have had access to women that we should not have had access to. Like, I think because of how society has conditioned women, society has conditioned women in more often than not to like out of lower standards
You breaking up.
and bad management because that's what probably my true love. I'm sorry, I'm driving right now. It's still bright.
Yeah, wait till you get 3 balls again. I'll come back to you. Yeah, you should still got 1
Okay.
ball. What's up, the witness?
Women will never stop dating broke men because women like possessing men, and those are the men that they can possess. There's no coincidence that many of these successful women who are single garner men that they have to take care of or have to help and uphold. I have a friend that did 180 months in prison. He got out. He was physically fit. He was a good guy,
Well,
but
you
he
know what hypothetical
but
is?
he got up with a woman who was a dentist,
The
and he
witness. Do
just
you know
built
what
a
a
9,000
hypothetical is?
square foot house.
You don't know
So
what hypothetical is?
do what?
Hypothetical. You don't know what a hypothetical question is?
Sure. Yeah, I know what it is.
It's just interesting. I'm asking a hypothetical question,
What's
and
the
y'all
question?
can. It's like y'all want to talk about like the state of the world today, right? Whether you're delusional or not, but it's
Well,
real
no, the
interesting.
world won't stop because it happens. And women who are in a position to help men and have their own money, they're keeping this world turning as far as the broke men.
Okay, all right. Let me cycle this man out. He just preaching. Saran, you still got one ball. What's up, Omar?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Answer the question real quick. No, I don't think that would destabilize society. I don't think it would really change anything. We'd see the same thing we see now. Men who are attractive or very resourceful or got a lot of money, however we want to say it, they have a lot of women. It would just exacerbate that issue. That would be about it. But the dude who was losing service, he started down a decent path. But I don't think necessarily the issue is that society has conditioned women to go after broke men or men who don't value them. I think women just like who they like. They're attracted to who and what they're attracted to, despite that not always looking socioeconomically the way that people think that it should. But I don't think there's any way to change that. I don't think there's no way, no socio-political way, no pseudo intellectual way to tell women who they should be attracted to. They gonna always like who they gonna
Let
like.
me ask you a question. Why do you think
But
there are less women dating men right now?
there are fewer men that women consider to be worthy of dating or their time, their body, their energy.
And what is the reaction from like those in power to women dating men less?
Some people say the termination of pregnancies is what they're going after, being trying to outlaw that, trying to make that illegal to increase the numbers. I think that that's more of a socioeconomic thing because the way capitalism works, you have to have more and more people. You have to feed it more bodies. So they need y'all to keep having children. But I think a part of it, a large majority of the men who don't deal in politics are just trying to outlaw that particular thing to grant themselves better access.
Cause it's confusing because like maybe I don't know. I thought this would be more clear, but like y'all say, oh, women can't stop doing it, but women are already doing that. Like women who have more autonomy than they would have had in the 1970s are deciding, oh, I'd rather do this alone. I don't want to be with men, and we see men reacting literally. So when y'all just say like, oh, it wouldn't be anything different, it's like, are y'all following what's going on in the world right now? It just don't make so much sense.
I mean, but that's not different though.
Hold on, real quick.
That's kind
Sean
of.
got his
Oh, go
balls
ahead.
back. Let him go.
Barely. But yeah, so pretty much what I was saying was I think that especially when it comes to black women, I think that society or the community has essentially like convinced y'all to give the broke, downtrodden man more of a chance, right? And oftentimes, because men have controlled media, men have ultimately controlled the narratives around love and romance in various ways, right? I think we've essentially convinced y'all over the years that you're going to find love with the poor man, the man that's not as economically stable, or the man that might be down on his luck, because his love is going to be more genuine, right? Which is why I think we force fed the community, specifically black women, so many narratives of being the ride or the unalive, type. Um, and I think that if we did, or that if more women, at the very least, excluded dating quote unquote broke men from their dating pool completely, which will require more men to be honest about certain things, I do think that society would end up crumbling, because I do think other communities have been affected by this whole dating a man when he's down on his luck to find like true love type thing, right? So yeah, I do think that it would, because I think too many men that have not been economically sound or stable have had access to women that otherwise, if it hadn't been for like the media and stuff that men put out, I don't think those men would have had any type of leeway to have access to those women, or women might not have seen those men as being viable partners for romance or anything else besides that.
I think I
Shit,
agree with
Ron,
you
let me
about
say this real quick.
Well,
70%.
Hold on,
let's
T.
be
Go ahead.
respond, Omar. You can go ahead.
Here's the thing, though, Shinron, because I didn't agree with what you said. Here's the thing: when listen, marrying for resources is a less modern concept, right? Women
Less
marry
modern? What
for
do you mean
love.
by that?
Let me finish.
Let him
Let me
finish.
What do you
let
mean
me
by
finish.
that?
I mean by this, women marry for love nowadays, and that's part of feminism. Your own body autonomy, your own choice. Let me finish. Let me finish. Love, it came straight from the feminist movement, because prior to this, women used to marry basically because a man had resources, or their family had resources, or you bring two wealthy families together. That's not the case anymore, right? Most women, I forgot, I think it was T. Omar, and I agree what he said. Most women are picking these guys probably for reasons we don't even understand. Sometimes it's not about his looks or his money. It could be a plethora of reasons why these women are picking these men, but the main thing is they have the choice now to do it, no matter what that choice is. And in the past, they did not, right? Even if
Mm-hmm.
we look at some interracial relationships, right? A white woman may pick a black guy just to prove to herself that she's not racist, or to give the fu to her father, right, who is racist. So
Mm-hmm.
women have a lot more choice in the man they are picking now, something they didn't have in the past. So that has a
Mm-hmm.
lot to do
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't necessarily think that, I don't disagree with that. I'm only speaking from the notion of how and why broke men were having access to women, and the fact that I think that if they didn't, or if women stop, procreating or giving these men a chance or whatever, I do think society would crumble. And the reason why I'm still saying that is because if we look around right now and we see hella men that are down in the dumps, they are emotionally depressed, they are mentally unstable, essentially, and they're blaming it, or they're trying to blame it anyways, on not having access to women. I think that if women collectively across various demographics or spectrums, whatever you want to call it, stop giving economically unstable men access to them in various ways, I do think that the unalivement rate for men would go up, and I do think that with less men in the workforce and less men doing things, society would essentially crumble, because not only do you have a shortage of men that are wanting to work, go out and be productive members of society, you also now have more resources and stuff that could be going towards having to bury these men, because you know that a lot of them don't have no real support system. They families probably don't mess with them like that, and the way they probably set up, they're gonna be in down and dumps. Don't nobody care about. They're sad. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is the amount of resources that's gonna be probably put forth to trying to take care of these men after their past tense, because they took themselves out because women aren't giving them the chance or the time of day that they think they're supposed to be entitled to, is probably going to lead to the downfall of society as we know it. I really do think that is a possible thing if women collectively stop dating broke men.
I
it.
think
I know,
one
but
thing one thing that
who
we
would they
leaving
be?
out is
Okay.
the attraction aspect. Like I said, women are attracted to who they're attracted to, even if they stop
Right.
dating quote unquote broke men. Well, I don't even know how we would institute that, because based on what I see, they they consider and they find broke men to be attractive sometimes, not a predominant amount of the time. Just sometimes that guy just got it. He tall enough, he handsome enough, he speaks well enough, he confident enough. That's it. Like that, there wouldn't even be a way to make that a standard. So the money thing, I think that's I understand it to be important, but I don't think that that's the main driving force between how women choose men. Not
It really
my
is.
personal experience. I don't think that's how they choose a men.
It's really not. It's really not.
Hypothetically speaking, this is
But hold on,
hypothetically
again,
speaking.
hypothetical. So I'm talking about y'all. This can't be this hard because a lot of it goes into how women are socialized, right? One of the things men complain about how like independent women are, and then we talk about like how society over the last couple of decades have taught women to be more independent, right? Because again, at one point that wasn't the case. It was like find a man to support you. So let's say like because men are saying like, oh, you should be with somebody who's high value or whatever, find somebody with resources. Women are young at a young age learning that oh, if he ain't got money, it ain't worth it. What would the impact be? Like what the fuck?
Nah, see, so society told women to be independent to their detriment, though. It was
It
part of
doesn't hold up. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? It doesn't matter what you think the impact of that is.
no, it's not a
The
thing.
thing is, hold up. The thing is, that's how the next generation works. If they are conditioned a certain way, that will have an impact on people in everyday life. What is so hard about this for y'all to understand?
So the simple math of it is, if you look at it totally, right? One thing that would happen is, well, let me read it out. What society collapse if women stop dating broke men? That means they're entertaining or engaging, right? So that's the children that they're not producing. So that's the birth rate going down. Now, we also know that what contributes to crime is desperation and opportunity. So these men who don't have these women to, and for lack of better words, depend on, right? They don't have these women that are keeping them out the street or hyper focused on other women and not eating their next meal. Then the society won't have a place, like they won't need the place that society has for them, the prison. Now, if the majority of men who are broke, I ain't gonna say the majority, but as a large number of men who are broke and not in there, that's where they will end up. So now they have more people to put in a place where they're not gonna be able to accommodate it. So then it would have to be integrated into a part of society, which will contribute to the decline. If the society geared more effort towards accommodating criminals, society will collapse. We have non-effective men. We have
You
less
think more
body.
criminality?
Say what?
You think more criminality? If broke men didn't have access to women, if they would have more criminals?
Of course, because broke money and being broke
So,
is
so if a
one of the
man don't have access
catalysts.
to a woman, he's gonna go commit crime.
No, I said money and being broke is one of the catalysts to crime, regardless of the woman.
That's the top.
That's a what?
That's the topics. What the fuck?
That's why I said broke. I'm saying regardless of, because you said something about the women, and I said, well, if these more men who have less, access to these women, the access to women goes down for broke men, then they're susceptible to the brokenness. A woman literally has
Alright,
alleviates the
alright. Is
brokenness.
it me? Is it me? Am I the one like what the fuck is going on? Like am I
What do
tripping?
you mean? Help me out. Talk me through it. What are you talking about, host? But I think
What
it's you tripping.
okay,
Maybe
I
it's
got this.
because there's
What do
only
the
men
men
on the
think?
panel.
Hold up. What do the men think about what he's saying?
Well, I always speak truth, so they have a way to disagree.
So what did he say? If the men don't have access to the women, they're going to commit more crimes.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, the collapse of society will be now there will be a larger population, a requirement for. Thank you, Vertigo. You're absolutely correct. But there will be a larger accommodation for criminals. There will be a larger demand for the accommodation of criminals.
Then they might as well go back to arranged marriages if that's the case. They might as well just go back to that.
And
That
that
would
would be a decline of society. You think now arranged marriage. Now you're doing that by force in a society like this that values freedom so much. Again, that's another contributing factor to the decline, the collapse of society. The change over the years, right? So one thing one
arranged
thing I
marriages
realized
still
today.
happen.
Hold on, G, let me say this. One thing I realized today, right? Women have never changed. The only thing that we've increased is one their freedoms, but also the accountability. In other words, a woman could have cheated on a man back in the day, and he would have had no avenue to find out had it been an issue, right? So this is a contributing factor to violence against women. So now with this
Huh?
forced situations that you're
Nigga,
mentioning,
what?
the forced situations that you're mentioning will put force on women
King's
who have
Corner.
What
experienced
this nigga just say?
Men,
abuse.
this is true.
Violence.
Men who are the primary breadwinners in those families
I
have the
know,
highest,
I know the well
highest.
in
Let
your
me
brain
finish.
isn't deep
Let
enough
me
to
finish.
follow
Let me
What
along,
does
finish.
this
right?
Let
nigga?
me
But
finish.
Nah.
Let
try
me
to
finish.
hold your thoughts.
Did this
I
nigga
know the
say what I
well in
think
your
he just
brain
said?
isn't deep enough, but
What
listen
he
to me.
say?
Try to hold your thoughts
Did he?
until you have a
Hold
window to
on.
speak,
Hold up, hold
and
up, hold
then
up, real
say it.
quick.
What did?
Hold up. Gee, George, hold up. Chinwan, was you talking? I see you unmuted.
I was trying to figure out what the hell this nigga was talking
Okay,
about because he
he
said
not
something I
saying
feel
shit.
like
Don't
was.
worry about it. Go ahead, mute up. What's up, Dak?
Mind me like that, host.
Hold up, George. Hold up. You really ain't saying shit. Go ahead, Dak.
Hey, Jay. What's up, Shannon?
Okay.
What's up, Dick?
Why would society's collapse of women stop dating broke men? I mean, absolutely. I mean, government's already been knowing this. But it just shows, even listening to this conversation right now, I'm glad that these guys finally understanding how fragile men are, right? That women have to, they're advocating for women to actually feel sorry for men so then they can lower standards for men, because they know men will crash out and actually destroy themselves if they don't have access to women. You know what I mean? And also realizing that the system of patriarchy harming men also by misleading them with this indoctrination of, get your money up, this, that, and the other, when at the same time the system is not set up for all men to have money. You know what I mean? So this access is only for a few people, but they fall for the indoctrination, and then when they can't have it, then they start crashing out. When they follow it and believe it for so long and put the entire identity behind it, and they realize they will be broke because of other men. And now women are saying, no, I'm not going to date you because you don't have any resources. You have nothing to offer. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, like South Korea right now, they're literally trying to bribe women with 75 grand per child, and women saying no, we're not doing it. So yeah, it's China. Look at China. When China had that one child rule with only men, the government had to admit and that they made a mistake because they were worried about men literally crashing out in China, and they had to change the direction. So yeah, it will happen.
Thank you, Dak. Go ahead, Dean.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know if society would collapse, but what I was hoping is that they would just be motivated. If you don't have the comfort of a woman to take care of you anymore, what else are you gonna do? Be it your mother, be it whoever. If everybody stops,
Boom.
then you have to get it out the mud yourself. Get up. You don't have the comfort of a woman taking care of you, so go get it yourself. What, you gonna sit there and die? You gonna starve? You gonna be in the cold? You gonna be homeless? Go figure it out. I feel like the crutch of women dating broke men or helping them or whatever is their comfort, and so they don't have a motive. Why would I be motivated to go get it if I don't have it now? If somebody else gonna take care of me, why am I gonna go get it? Why would they? I don't know if society would collapse, but I'm hoping a great majority of them will try to figure it out the legal way. I know somebody was speaking about crime increasing, but I'm hoping that they would go figure it out the legal way.
Yeah, hope is cool.
Let me say this real quick. If every woman was looking for a man based on his status or resources or money, let's just say, because here's the thing, this is the truth. I'm
Bro,
not
you're
saying
not
that.
saying
I'm not.
let me
Let
to
me
respond to
finish.
what she said.
Let Let me
You
finish. Let me.
introduce new
You
shit
talked.
every
You
time you
talked already.
speak.
You talked already, right?
You
So here's the
introduce new shit
thing.
every time you
If,
speak instead of
let,
responding to what somebody say.
George, just let him
I,
land.
I've been having this point. So if every woman was just looking for a man with resources, here's the thing. Because in wealthy communities, and I'm not saying that all men can't DV, right? The unreported DV, rape, financial abuse, all that, a lot of that goes unreported, right? Not only that, those women will be going after the same type of man with resources who is married. They're not going to care. They're going to want a man eventually. So if they have to steal yours, they're going to do it, right? So if that was the mentality of
Mhm.
all women, we'd have a bunch of infidelity. We have a bunch of rape. We have a bunch of drug abuse. That's all going unreported. That's what would happen. I yield.
This man a fucking dummy, bro.
No, you're
Like,
not hearing what I'm saying. I'm not saying women looking for men with resources. I'm saying you just stop dating the ones who don't. That doesn't mean you go find and share somebody else's man. That means you stop until they meet you where you are. That doesn't mean you go get somebody else's and you share a man or you do there is cheating or whatever. You just stop and hope that society, the men in society will catch up, will go get motivated to do something else versus waiting for a woman to take care of them is what I'm speaking to, not sharing. I don't know why people have this thing where they think women are so desperate to have a man that you're going to go share somebody else's
Never had
man.
a history of that.
No, we do not.
I think
No,
that
we
that's
don't. I don't know
you
who
gotta
that's
let
the
does.
somebody who
unfortunate
understood what
reality.
she
If we
said respond.
drift outside of the vacuum of the hypothetical, that's three things that I know will happen. People will cheat. That's going to happen because there's going to be a small group of men with a whole bunch of access to a whole bunch of women. But again, this is outside of the vacuum of the hypothetical.
Mm.
Some men are going to going get it together because that's their only pathway to a woman. They see it as the pathway. They're like, all right, that's the only way I can get it. And then some men are going to devolve into chaos because they can't have access and they have no intentionality of doing it the right way. Those
Mm.
are the three things that we are for sure that's gonna happen. Unfortunately, there's no way to clean either one of those up. I don't see one happening without the other two happening, or two happening without the other one happening.
All right. So anyway, women that will share a man and go for a well-off man are doing that now. So the question implies that there's a change. What will happen in response to the change? Women are already sharing men who are successful. That's already happening. Saying it will increase in a higher rate is insignificant because whoever's going to do that is going to do that. If the women simply just stop having these broke men, what is the result? That's what I thought the conversation was on, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
she said.
Mm-hmm.
She's speaking from a point of, I hope, you know what I mean, and it's a positive way because a lot of times pressure is one of the catalysts that get men out of that place of the brokenness, the pressure. Men realize this, women realize this. But if they were to abruptly stop, the amount of men who make it out of that in that way that she talks to is about 30% versus maybe 10% who just become regular because there's some 10% who come elite. A lot of people who have their stories where they become well known or famous or well off, they have a humble beginning, such as they had at one point they had to depend on a woman, end up having a business, whatever, or coming out of jail or whatever. 70% of people, men, will succumb to the lowest part of society based on this pressure if it was just applied directly across the board. 70% of men will contribute to what we are already dealing with in the
Why do y'all just repeat yourself? Like, look, you ain't said nothing different. Go ahead, Omar.
And I mean, that's like I said, if we exit the vacuum of the hypothetical and we look at what we do see in the real world right now, it's I I think the biggest contribution is what women are attracted to. The broke part is just unfavorable consequence of his decisions, but it doesn't make him unattractive. That's the weird thing. I don't know that the world would. That's why I'm having a hard time with it because I don't think the world will fall into chaos because those guys would still have access. Unfortunately, they would still have access.
Omar, I said this when I first hopped on here. A lot of women are attracted to a man based on how he looks. That's just how it is, how it's always gonna be, right? Only about 85% of men in this country make less than 100K, right? Just like there's pretty privilege out there, there's handsome privilege, right? An attractive man is going to have access to women, no matter how much money he has. And don't let him have a little bit of height and a charisma to him. Then it's over. They're gonna leave a wake of angry women in their path and a bunch of baby mamas. I will say that, broke or not.
So I think so we when I said broke or when I think of broke, I'm not thinking that you have to be wealthy. I'm thinking of men who don't have any money at all. They can't take care of themselves if they're relying on women to take care of them. I'm not speaking about regular men who have regular jobs who are financially stable. I'm not saying you have to make six figures or you have to be a millionaire. I'm saying you need to be financially stable. That's not broke. You're financially stable. Y'all speaking on the 1% of men who make a certain amount of money. That's not what I'm talking about. That's ultra, you have a lot of resources. That's wealthy. We're
D,
speaking
it's
about men
living
who not
paycheck to
broke.
paycheck broke. It's living paycheck to
G,
paycheck broke.
G, let her finish.
Feel about broke is crazy.
Guys, let her finish her thought, please.
No, I was finished. I'm not speaking about men who are wealthy. I'm talking about men who are financially stable. Are you financially stable? Living paycheck to paycheck is subjective. If you are paycheck to paycheck and you live in your car is on its last leg, you don't know when your next meal coming in, you got roommates, you're broke and you're paycheck to paycheck. Yes, so that's subjective. If you have your own place, your own house, you paycheck to paycheck because you're saving, you have goals, you have something that you're trying to accomplish. No, you're not broke. So it's subjective. It depends on what your goals are and what you're doing right now.
That's still
It's
broke.
Yeah,
What you just
I would agree
described.
with you. Broke means depending on somebody else to take care of you. That means to any extent. That means you don't have your own shit.
yeah.
So
That ain't bro. You can
those are the
still
women.
have your own stuff and be broke.
Yeah.
The hell
So
y'all
the
talking
other,
about?
yeah, true facts, whatever. The other side of that is the effect on women. I'm telling you what the state, how the society will collapse when it comes to the men. The other side is how it would affect the women. Now, these are women who don't spend their money on men. They're not seeking them and they're not taking care of them. Now they got all kind of money to, spend. Now, I ain't gonna say society would collapse on that aspect because now you gonna fill out Amazon and do all that spending that y'all do. That shit might just and add to the collapse. But I agree with her, man. That broke shit, man. Like, man, niggas try to flip that shit out, man. You not broke because you taking care of your business, man. I don't know what G was about to
But I
say.
mean, the real crux to this, to me, to this prompt is is the collapsing part, right? We all know from what you guys
Yes.
were saying earlier is the collapsing part. Like we had to talk about the mentality of men who are going to crash out, who will use violence, who would use laws like get in positions of power and use laws to force women. Because this is history trying to repeat itself. You understand what I'm saying? Like men has repeatedly do this because women have never ever chased men. Women have literally been trying to run away from us because we're not safe. We created a society that is unfavorable for community or people to have actual families and stuff like that. Like I mean, everything we've created has been a detriment to women. And instead of us being better, we actually trying to force women back with men. So the real crux is addressing the indoctrination of patriarchy that make men horrible, not only financially, because the patriarchy keep men from actually gaining resources that they preach, but also teach them toxic behaviors, toxic beliefs, insecurities, and to be mediocre, just looking for a handout. They're waiting for a system to just give them a woman. You understand? This is the real crux of the whole thing. So it's not just about money here.
I agree. The collapse
And that's
part
hold
is.
up, and that's my
Oh, go ahead.
point. Like y'all been saying, we live in a class system, and the way society is set up for a lot of men, you can see like what's happening with like men not pursuing like trades and stuff that are available and things. I was reading an article about that. Essentially, it's like what is it going to take men to fucking realize like y'all being exploited too? Like if you actually had to compete against the men who are holding natural resources hostage, right, and force you to sacrifice your time and your body to work for resources to live a fucking life, right? And you don't, like Dee was saying, the comfort of a woman, because like women are oppressed, women are second class citizens in society. So it's like, if I can go at work and they treat me like shit all day, if I can go home and treat my family like shit, I'm good. And that's a lot of times that's the case. So it's like, if men didn't have that outlet, if that wasn't the case, what the fuck would be the option? Like, because right now, the way patriarchy is set up, men are not competing with each other. Men are not competing with each other. Y'all competing with women, which is fucking crazy.
Host, are you
Well,
saying that it would cause men to
women who,
do better?
let me say this real quick. Women who benefit from the patriarchy, they are not complaining. If they live in the Hamptons or Beverly Hills and they got a husband that's funding their lifestyle, they ain't gonna complain about no
What is your
patriarchy.
obsession? What is your
So,
They're not going to.
Tara,
Be rich,
They
man. He
not
want
going
to
to
be
complain.
rich.
can y'all hear
They
me?
ain't going to complain about that,
But host,
right?
so you saying it would make men
And here's the
push
thing.
harder?
I said this before, especially when it comes to black women feminism. Y'all only have y'all selective when it comes to complaining about the patriarchy, and it only complains to black men. Because y'all always bring up the Asian man, the white tea man, the Palestinian man, making all this money and taking care of his woman. You don't have an issue with that type of patriarchy. You just have an issue with it in our
So,
community.
so let me say this. So first of all, Tara, I think the reason why you're seeing more men compete with women in a patriarchal system versus other men is because men competing with men, that's what we're supposed to do, right? We understand that, we're okay with that. But how dare a woman who's supposed to be lower or less than us try to occupy spaces that are meant for us, and then think that she's gonna be able to tell us what to do and do things that are not like serving men, right? You get what I'm saying? Like,
No,
it's more of
that's
an issue for y'all to try and step into our quote unquote our realm than it is for us to fight amongst ourselves, because that's what we do. We're okay with competing with other men, but the moment you bring up trying to compete with a woman, most times men are gonna have an issue with that, because it's essentially, I think it's because we think we better than y'all.
no,
I
that's
want to
not
touch
it,
on that
man.
quick. I want
And
to touch on that quick, Chenron. I'll push back on that a little bit, just on one part of what you're saying.
all right,
Men don't like to compete with other men. Men literally fold in the face of other men. Like, no competition whatsoever, no pushback, no nothing. Men literally would join in and just be at the bottom of other men. Like, we see it here all the time. Like, literally what circle jerk is.
mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah.
men literally are scared to compete with other men that they view on top of them. That's why it's an easy target to go with women, because to them, to men, if I have to submit to these men, how come you, that woman, when I'm saying you, right? I'm saying woman, how come you not doing it when you supposed to be below me? You understand? I'm already submitting. I'm already accepting myself below other men. You understand what I'm saying?
And
So the difference with, if y'all don't
I
mind,
don't disagree with that, Dex, but I think the fact that we have as much rhetoric as we do about alpha males and being the leader of the pack and stuff like that, I think that point proves your point and my point to an extent, right? Because I think it proves your point, because if we acknowledge that, say for instance, we acknowledge that dynamic all across the board, right? Then yes, it proves your point, because yeah, motherfuckers is submitting to other men. I agree with your point. I don't disagree with it. But I think the fact that there also has to be so much rhetoric given towards men to try and assert, the fact that, oh, well, there needs to be an alpha or something like that. I think it also encourages the fact that we expect to have a competition between us and men to an extent. But then the fact that people that are supposed to be lower than us, i.e., women in this discussion, how dare they, try to compete with us in our realm when we made this shit for us and we made it, like, you get what I'm saying? I think
Hey, I want to say this, bro. Y'all
Competition.
tripped out when y'all said that. Hey, Des, let me say this, man, if you don't mind. But
Yeah.
like, it's part of it, man. No doubt. It's what it comes off as. But circling back to what was mentioned by the host earlier, as far as the independence, and when I claimed it was detrimental, the thing is not that men are competing with women for that because there's an urge to punch down. There's an equivalency that women are conceiving mentally, that they're saying, "Oh, I'm basically a man now because I'm in his lane." They're doing the things men do. They come into the lane, and now they have presented themselves as competition. The men aren't going after women to compete. It's basically this: if you have a design
What
or
man?
a way you're performing, right?
Nah, dude.
So,
I'm
there's
over
a
here
design.
dying. What the fuck is you talking about?
I'm telling you the truth. There's a
Before you
design,
finish,
right? There's a
what
way you
lane
perform.
are
So
women coming into that makes them present themselves as competition? What made?
Okay, so look, right? So look, the size. Look at the prompt. The society class to stop dating broke men. So the peak man is the successful man or whatever. So the lane that women are coming into is the lane of what a they say provisional ain't the word, but the lane of a provisional man, a man capable to provide and do what he needs to do for himself and his partner, so he'll choose. So now that is his design, that's his role, that's what he's aiming for. The competing part comes into where now women are just like the independent rhetoric. They are now saying, oh, we have our degrees, we have this. We basically are equipped to do everything that you as the man should be doing without even the desire, because it's not in their design, without even the desire to be the woman dating the broke man or the man who is not successful or provisional. You don't want to be considered a man. You don't want to be the man. You don't want to be in the man's role, but you have presented yourself as what is it? Competition, as his equivalent, because you're
Okay.
doing the things that you
You're
say
gonna
he
make
should
my
do.
scalp bleed. You're gonna make
No,
my scalp bleed
no.
right
So
now.
because a woman can now make her own money, she's
Was
presenting
is that
herself
wrong?
as competition to a man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yes, because just
by
like
the
the
way, not
independent rhetoric,
wait,
That's
I don't need a
ridiculous.
man.
John.
That's
Because
what they're
until I
doing.
get married, what am I supposed to do?
But that's what you're saying. That's what you presented as if it's some type of accolade to attribute to your value as a woman. When
I
it's really
never
just
said it was an
you succeed.
accolade to
Not
contribute to
you
women's
specifically.
value.
I'm talking about a general consensus
Oh, I
of
think you
rhetoric.
haven't misconstrued is where I was getting at. I wanted you to finish so I could tell you. When women say I have this, I have this, I have this, it's not to say, oh, my value is this. It's to say
Oh,
I
so
already
what's it to
have
say?
these things. So what can you add to my life if I'm already taken care of?
See what I'm
Me.
saying? Just like men saying, "What do you bring to the table?" That's
Okay,
what
That's
you
not
just did.
that. That's saying what
That
can
is
you
what you
add?
just did
Meaning
verbatim.
your personality. How do you love? How do you take care? Are you mentally stable? That is what we're asking. They're saying women in the past used to have to get a man to take care of them. So women are now saying, regardless of if your personality sucked, they overlooked it because they couldn't work for themselves. They couldn't. So they had to have a man. Now once I have these things, what can you do? How can we be together as partners? How do you love? How can you take care of me outside of the finances? Because I have that. You still have to come with finances, but outside of that, what else do you offer? What can we do together as a team? That's not competition. How do we work as partners? That's not
Yeah,
competition.
I'm saying you're saying the exact same thing as men
No,
say.
I'm not. You said
Hold
competition.
on,
You
hold on.
stepped
You're
in your
saying
lane.
what you said is what you bring to the table in more words. That's
no,
what you just said.
that's not
But
no.
you're asking, what do you hold on? You're asking that from a point of I already have money. And that is what men do. I'm already gonna provide, I'm already expected to provide, I'm already designed to provide.
You're
What
not
do you bring
designed
to the
to,
table?
to
Because guess
provide.
what?
That
I'm
that
not
doesn't
looking
make
for your
sense.
money. So when you present degree, which leads to money, you're saying, what do you bring to the table? Because I don't need your money, but you still want him to come with money. That's why I said you're
Okay,
competing
so
because you want to be
no,
in
no,
that
it's not
role,
compete. Wait, hold up.
but you don't. You want
Make
the respect, but you don't want the burden
hold
of
up,
that role.
hold up. You're gonna make my scalp bleed from only
Touchdown.
scratching
I
my head.
always
Yeah,
do, bro. I'm deep,
yeah.
bro. Yo,
No,
man,
no,
I
no,
can't
no. It's
conceive.
stupid. Wait, hold up. Because again, you're not tracking the conversation here. Yeah. So like what she's talking about is just a person being independent and taking care of themselves. It's not competition. Men view it as competition because we've literally put ourselves on top. We were the literal oppressor. So like anytime but equality, you think it's oppression or somebody's trying to compete with you. So women who just living their life, you think it's competition. That it's stupid to think that, right?
You
So
said it in
like so
words.
like no, because again, you're just not tracking the conversation,
You
right?
explained why.
So
Said
I'm doing that. I'm doing it. So like women just have goals just like men. It's not a competition. Just like how we have goals and want to accomplish things, we like certain things. We like to in certain fields. Like women have those. They literally humans too. Like what the fuck we talking about, right? So them accomplishing these things to satisfy their own self by having goals is not a competition to you. So like when someone is securing themselves and living, when you coming into their life, they want to know if you're going to be a hindrance or you're going to actually be, bring something positive. because
Real quick,
no,
y'all do the polls in the upper left hand corner. Where that's
yeah, nobody wants someone to bring negativity in their life. And women, again, like what Dee said, women have the ability to finally live their own life. So they're looking for something. If someone comes into their life, they want to make sure that they're better. Same way men say, choose better. That's what women doing right now. So they're putting you through the ringer. So now men complain. It's not a competition. It's someone who literally taking care of themselves and want their life to stay at a certain standard without any drama. That's not competition.
The fact that you said competition proves the point that men feel like they have to compete with women. We never said it was a competition. That never came out of our. We have to make money. We have to survive. We have to be something. But if men see it as competition, that is a testament to their pride and their ego. And it also means you're literally bringing your value down to just, I bring money. That's it. That's all I can bring.
Hey, hold on. Hey, the poll is for y'all in the comments.
Hold up, George. Go ahead, Landy.
If that's all I bring to the table is money, and if you make your own money, then I have nothing to offer. So now I need to humble you with all these other things to make you feel like I'm better than you. I have something to bring. Because why are you lowering yourself to just money? That makes no sense.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know, it's just weird because like instead of men who naturally would compete with the men who are exploiting them in society, it's like, oh, don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about the fact that like I'm oppressing you, I'm subjugating you. Because you get to do the same thing to women. You get to do the same thing to women. And they like, all right, cool. Real quick, the poll was basically if women stop dating broke men, what would happen first? 11% said step up financially. 33% said the dating pool strengths. Nobody said society would adapt. And then 56% of people said it'd be chaos, which is crazy. Thank you for doing the poll, Chanel.
There's no punch down when you don't have the ability to.
George, you getting on my nerves.
Are
Like,
you
no,
serious?
George, hold up.
I got like
Come back, because you just redfish, bluefishing right now, and it's fucking crazy. Go ahead, Kellen.
If I gotta answer the prompt, like, no, I guess society wouldn't collapse if women stopped dating broke men. And I feel like women don't date broke men. I feel like broke women date broke men, but normal women ain't gonna date a broke man.
Y'all niggas don't know what a hypothetical question is. And I'm worried.
Not at all. Like, my question would be to y'all, like, how would it stop? Like, do y'all think that it would?
The thing is, the problem is y'all don't know history. Y'all don't understand that part of the way to get women to pair with men was to steal resources away from women, right? Put women in a situation where they had to be with men. As women gain more autonomy and say, oh, that's not the route they want to get, we can literally see men's behavior changing in real time. So y'all just like, oh, some other reality, because like you stuck on something. You don't understand why women decided to pay out with men in the first place. That's the problem.
But for all of our lives, we ain't never had to deal with that. Like, we ain't that old.
You don't think society can change, sir? You don't think like?
No, I agree.
Sir, this is what I'm saying. If you look at the different animal kingdom, the females of any species typically are amongst themselves, and the males come to try to win them over. It's like y'all don't understand that. You don't understand, like, again, you don't understand that humans are domesticated, and because of white supremacy, white men have conquered a lot of y'all, and y'all don't realize that. Now we see a shift globally right now for between like the East and the West, but when it comes to patriarchy and the class system, that's still in place.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with that. And with the class system, I still think that if we go back to dating, you're gonna date within that. Like, y'all not dating broke men. Like he probably make around the same amount as you, be around the same places that you be at. Like, we typically date in our range, right?
Not right.
Not wrong there.
You don't understand what a hypothetical is. A hypothetical question. What is a hypothetical question? What the fuck? It's literally a hypothetical question for you to have a better understanding of human behavior. And y'all is struggling.
To answer that, no. Sometimes people don't date around their range because there's more men than there are women. I mean, there's more women than there are men by a lot. So some do kind of settle down a little bit, try to give somebody a chance to see He got some goals, some aspirations to do some more things. And when they don't, it ends.
I mean, but wouldn't that be a choice that she made? Like, wouldn't we just be like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, it's a choice that she made. I'm
I've debated
answering
this.
the question that you said. Don't they typically date within their range? But if the ratios is off, you gon' and then other people say, you hear people say, oh, give him a chance, give him a chance. Y'all don't give him a chance, y'all looking for this. So some people say, okay, cool, let me give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, but I think other
Let me
women
help build.
could vouch for that woman to be like, girl, don't do that. Don't give that broke man no chance. Like don't do that.
Nah, but the thing with that is those women have already been castigated in society as being bitter, right? That's why you have so many motherfuckers that try to say that, oh, well, women over a certain age, they're normally bitter. They have these experiences. I don't want to be with those women. I want to be with a fresh young woman. So those women that have those experiences are already being castigated as bad guys. Try and what is it called? Triangulate or something like that. They're already like the rhetoric is already out there to triangulate these women. So the younger women don't trust these older women. So you talking about what they might say to try and put the other women up on game. There's already rhetoric out there that I think has been successful in various ways that has stopped younger women from listening to
This
older
nigga
women.
hooping.
So
What
that
the
way
fuck?
older men can. No, I'm fencing, but I'm at the gym right now. But I think the rhetoric has already been put out there for younger women to not be able to trust or listen to older women that have these experiences that you talk about. I don't know if y'all can hear
We
me.
be nah. He made a valid point. Like y'all be
Hello,
capping like most women
Sarah.
are just dating
Hello,
broke niggas.
Sarah. Hello,
What's
Sarah.
good, Tara?
Where?
What's up? What's up? Yeah, this ain't an open panel. I gotta wait.
No, you good. Just like y'all be rude just coming up on people's panel and they speaking. You got it. Go
I
ahead.
apologize. You know, it's the first. This the first time I done did that. But yeah, what's good, Tara? But nah, like a lot of times women like to say, broke nigga this, but it just don't make sense. Like in reality, it don't make sense because most, like Buddy said, most people really date their same like people in the same tax bracket. So I don't know why women are acting like they're just making so much more money. Like, is there women that do? Yes, but obviously it's a choice. Clearly, she must have seen something she liked in that broke nigga. But overall, most of the time, the nigga has more money than her. Like, that's why these bitches be begging. Cause how you gonna beg if the man broke? Like that just don't make sense. Like, what the
Are
fuck?
you speaking from a man's perspective? Because I don't think you can speak for
I'm
women.
speaking. I'm speaking. But no, women are very loud on social media. Like we're pretending like women don't say what they be thinking. Like I don't
That's
have to
not
even talk
reality.
for them.
That's
They
just
say this. No, but let's be real though. They say this shit out loud. Like we're not gonna pretend like women aren't telling the people the tea every single day. Like, please, let's not pretend. Because if we start pretending, like, are you speaking for? I'm not. Women are loud as fuck.
So when
Like,
I'm hearing
what are we
this,
talking about?
y'all really struggle with hypothetical questions.
I think that hypothetical shit is a make believe. I don't want to talk about make believe. I want to talk about what is. The
It
fuck are
is
we talking
Okay.
about hypotheticals when we can see this shit in real time? Like, what is the point of having a make believe conversation when literally
It's not really a
we're
because
make.
it's hypothetical.
it
It's
is
not. It's
no
not
it
really. Wait,
literally is a make
no, no. Wait, hold up.
hypothetical is
Wait,
make
hold up, hold
believe.
up.
It's a
Wait,
what if.
hold up, hold
That's
up.
the point.
No, no, no. But no.
hello,
Actually,
So
host.
that's make believe.
no. Wait. Hold up, hold up. It's not
Hello, host.
made believe.
Hey, hold on. Let that finish.
It's not actually make believe, right? Because it happened before numerous times. This is just another wave of it. So it's bringing it back up so you could actually think through it, like what would happen this time, because we've seen it happen before. So it's not really a hypothetical. It happened in history before. It's not like this never happened.
Okay, Matt, let's get clarity. What is the hypothetical you're referring to, or Tara's referring to? Go ahead.
Goddamn, read the goddamn prompt.
Read what? What the fuck I gotta read? You
It's
just jumped in the
what
conversation.
society. No. Would society collapse if women stop dating broke men?
No,
That's what we're talking about here, Flash.
that's
So you
not what the
so wait.
conver.
So you just
This is
jump
what
in the
I hate when you
conversation.
guys. Hold
No,
on.
no, no,
This
wait.
is what I
You,
hate. Oh
no,
my.
wait, hold. You jump in the conversation and have absolutely no context in what we're talking about.
You wait. This is why I really dislike niggas like you, right? There's the prompt, and then people take the conversation to where they take the conversation. I'm addressing the conversation where the conversation was at. Why do
But
you
you didn't
pretend like people?
no, because you didn't understand. So that's why I had to clarify for you because you didn't
But
understand
so
in
what?
the context of it. So
So what are you?
wait, hold on. That's why I say it's not really a hypothetical because it happened in history before. This is just a new wave of it. So it's a thought-provoking conversation of
I don't think you heard what
what
I
you
just
think. Wait,
said.
what would happen this time? Because that's the
I don't.
hypothetical. What would happen this time? Because
I
every
don't think
era
you heard what
had
I
this
said.
happened before. No. You're saying that it's a hypothetical. It's make believe.
No,
It's
no, no. That's
not
not what I
make
said.
believe.
That's not what Dex,
No,
listen,
hold
listen.
up. Flesh, you did ask to explain it. Oh, well, he wouldn't
No,
explain it some more.
no, but listen though, Tara, right? I said specifically, I'm addressing the conversation where the conversation is at right now, currently. Where you guys were talking at is where I'm speaking on. Like, let's be real. Whatever the prompt
All right,
originally
then,
is,
all right,
I see what
so let's do this.
I see what
Let's do this.
I see what the.
Respond to the prompt. Just respond to the prompt as it is now.
There we go. You see, that's different.
No.
But
Like, that should be a given, but go ahead.
why is that a given? Why do we act like conversations don't evolve, Tara? Your panels evolve conversations all the time.
Lord.
I address it where we're at. Come on, don't do that now, Tara.
You
But
might be
anyways,
confused
let's
about
go back.
where we
Let me
was
go
at.
to the starting point then.
You
Fuck it. Let
might
me
be
go to the
confused
starting
where we
point.
was at. We're literally talking about the prompt. Like, that's so weird. Maybe you came in and
But
said
I'm
something
address.
wrong. I don't know. Don't make
Okay.
sense. I don't understand the pushback to answer the fucking prompt. That's crazy.
No, I'm gonna answer the prompt. I want you to understand that I was addressing where you guys were at specifically in the conversation. That's
No,
the
it
only thing I'm
didn't
saying.
sound
But let's
like
go.
it didn't sound like that at all.
How did it not? Okay, fuck it. Let's just go. I'm just go from the beginning. Ain't no point going back and forth. Would society collapse if women stop dating broke men? I think, yeah. Well, matter of fact, I think it would collapse, but in a good way. Like it would be a fresh restart because it would go back to natural selection where basically only the top men would basically be able to keep their legacies going. So yeah, I feel like it would collapse and then eventually it would be something better.
So, real quick, as a black man, hold on, real quick, as a black man, you feel like only the uber wealthy are like the most suitable men, right? Just want to make sure it's clear.
Not even that. Well, not even necessarily just like when it comes to finances, but like to get money, right? You have to have a drive. You have to be ambitious. You have to have something to give you that extra boost. Because most people are content with being normal and broke. So you have, unless we're not talking about silver spoon babies. We're talking about like motherfuckers that aren't their riches by themselves. Those people typically have something we need, aka drive, motivation, all of that shit. Yeah, those are the type of people that needs their legacies continued. Motherfuckers that are lazy and be just bitching and moaning, they actually let that shit extend. We tired of hearing people bitch and moan in
Well, you
2025.
said that because you're saying natural selection, but the monetary system we have in the South is not natural selection. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how will we get to the natural selection part? You skipped like a lot of steps.
I didn't really skip shit. Where we're at, we're going currently where we're at right now, right? You're right. It's not because we all know what the history of the white man. We know what they did, all that good shit. But regardless, right? If we're going based on the system we're at right now, if you are, I don't give a fuck if you're black, white. That don't matter. Your family background is irrelevant. If you have that drive and that ambition, you're gonna turn nothing into something. So those are the type of people that women should be making babies with because those are the type of dudes that is determined to pull their family to the fucking mountaintops. You feel me? Everybody else that's gonna keep bitching and making excuses, they actually get erased because we tired of hearing that shit.
So do you
Very
say
simple
a
concept.
9 to 5 man can get a family or have a woman?
You said what?
Does that mean that the 9 to 5 guy don't have a family and shouldn't have a woman?
No, that doesn't apply. When I say no, let me say when I say no, I'm not saying no to the 9 to 5 part. I'm saying no because there's levels to the 9 to 5, right? There's because doctors could be 9 to 5, lawyers could be 9 to 5. So it's about the man that because working at McDonald's, that is a 9 to 5. Those type of 9 to 5s where you're working a job that you will never be able to be sustained, like sustain a family. Yeah, those type of dudes. Oh yeah, for sure,
Nah,
sure
but
should
if
get
you just work at the post
terminated.
office or you work at a
Hold up,
warehouse.
hold up,
That's a career.
hold up, y'all. What's up, Trina?
Hi there, how you doing?
Yeah.
Thank you for having me up here. I want to address the prompt. Yes. I think it well personally what is collapse. I think there will be chaos. I did that in the poll up there because I mean just listening to the conversation now, there's a little bit of chaos. Nobody's on the same page with their answers and responses. We're not on one accord, understanding exactly what broke means. Everyone's idea of broke is quite different, for that matter. But
Well, let me
yeah,
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If the standard was that, because if he not broke, he got to have money and resources, right?
right.
If that's the standard, how would that evolve over time? Like, cause like you're like, oh, that's not really broke. Well, what happened like 10, 15 years down the road? Oh, somebody background there. I don't know if that's you too now. But like 10, 15 years down the road, right? If that was the standard, like wouldn't we maybe the idea of what's considered broke might be redefined because you're like, oh, I'm making it do, I'm good. But if the standard for women is a man with resources, then I might start with the bottom 10, then the bottom 15. Over time we end up following the same pattern that we have in our hierarchy now. Hold the fuck background sound like that. I think that's you, Trina. It's
Now,
distracting. But go ahead, you can respond.
well, what I'm saying is just simply is as far as like if dating broke men, okay, a man that has nothing. So if women stop dating men who have absolutely nothing,
No, that's not. I literally asked. Listen,
that's
I'm
I
not.
don't understand
No,
what you're
no,
asking
no, no,
me.
no,
Go ahead.
no. That's not what I said. I said over time, because this idea is like, oh, not just the broke thing. Y'all gotta understand. If something is the standard, it evolves from that point. It would change over time. That pool of men would shrink over time.
Well, okay, so look, I'm 53, right? And in my experience in these years from me dating and all of that, the standard has changed drastically. When I started dating, men took you on dates. There wasn't an issue about a coffee date, who paid for what. It was understood if the man asked you out, he paid. That's how it was. We weren't calling women gold diggers and all of that, except if it was the obvious gold digger. You know what I'm saying? The one going after the NBA and NFL players. Those, yeah. But today's society has changed, and what has happened now is that women seem to have the bag more so than some men. And now we have men getting upset because these women don't want to date them and they don't have anything or ambition to try to change. And that's a big thing that needs to be discussed as well. Like what they say, that struggle of. So if a woman has everything in place, should she date a man who has nothing, who's relying on her benefits to live off of? That's what we have. That's my idea of broke. And there's many cases of that where he has nothing and he moves into hers and then drives her car, spends her check, and he's not contributing anything. That's broke. If you have the 9 to 5 guys, I heard that young man mention that. The 9 to 5 guys. Okay, if the man has a job and an income and can take care of himself, that's not a broke man. We gotta be more realistic with that.
Oh, okay. You might want to respond, Trina.
Yeah, honest, but I think we had to remember this too. Like when we're talking about this, we can't just stick it to just money only. Like when I read this, is I mean, money is a big part of it, but also broke in personality, broke in empathy, broke in how men treat women. Like what I mean, broken morality. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like total brokenness, like inside out. Like you ain't bringing absolutely nothing to the table. You understand what I'm saying? Because it have men who have resources that women will actually walk away from because they broke on that other side too. Like what I mean, they just don't treat women with respect or like you understand what I'm saying? So now all the time is about money, and that's what women are saying. Now women have money because remember men kept women from having money. and being able to take care of themselves, and was still shit to them. So now women have the ability now to take care of themselves, live their own life. So now they're looking for more. They don't want somebody who's broke emotionally, broke, morally, or like, you understand what I'm saying? So it's a combination of the two. It's being able to sustain yourself as an independent man, but also not be broke on the emotional
Inside.
side.
Exactly. I
Well, I ain't
agree.
gonna lie, that shit sounds cute and dandy. That shit sounds cute and dandy. If we're going by like morals and like the person's character, yeah. If women stop giving those guys that are broken with no play or stop dating those dudes, yeah, society will collapse in a very bad way. It'll go back to that bullshit that you guys love to ignore. They're gonna just go back to taking this shit. It's gonna, like, what are we talking about? A dude with no character or morals, and then you said you're no longer gonna give them access. Now they have all this pent up testosterone and hormones going fucking crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem for
Testosterone don't
everybody.
make it. Testosterone
So
don't
hold
make
on real quick, because you like to think it's women are property, right? And so when you say take it, I think let's assume that you're not broke and you're in a relationship with somebody, and every time you go outside, there's a risk that some man is going to come
Not that
take you.
let's assume that shit
No,
is
I'm just
crazy.
saying, 'cause it's like y'all make it seem like that's so disconnected from you. Like that's what I'm saying. That's the competition.
Nah, but you gotta think about, he switched it up when now he's talking about character. If we're sticking to
No,
finances,
no, no. I asked you a
cool.
direct question.
Okay, ask it one more time.
Okay, you're assuming that you thinking if we broke, we just gonna take it. But what if you're with someone? 'Cause I know, like, what if you in a relationship with somebody and there's a bunch of broke niggas outside? There's a bunch of broke niggas outside running around trying to take
They're gonna be that's easy. That's gonna be the same. Matter of fact, this is a perfect example, right? Because if you're a man, if any guy over here has ever went to the club or went out somewhere where there's a lot of men, and watch how all those dudes look at his woman, it'll be the same thing, but it'll be worse because it's way more of them than you. You can be the big bad wolf, but it becomes a very dangerous situation when you go outside with your chick knowing there's a whole bunch of thirsty ass niggas. In this scenario, the thirsty ass niggas will be the broke niggas fiending over what you got. Oh, he got this, I want it. We already know human beings are envious and very jealous of each other. So if you tell me a majority of niggas don't have what I have and they see me with that shit, oh yeah, they're going to try to take it. Like, what are we talking about?
Exactly. Host, can you drop me, please?
Go ahead, Dexter.
Again,
No,
it's like
I
it's,
think
Hold on, real
people.
quick. Go ahead, Dex.
Oh,
Cause y'all
this
got the
is
same
the
name.
other
Go
Dexter.
ahead,
My
Dex.
bad.
sorry.
Go ahead, Dex, and then go Dexter.
Sorry, I didn't see him come up. Sorry. I mean, but it just proves that how men would just fall in line. Like what he's explaining is he will just fall in line. He wouldn't actually try to change the system. He want the system to actually collapse, and that's why he said it will collapse in a good way, because he wants it to reset, to then start all over and do the same bullshit all over again. Because he thinks that he might be the ones who will be on top this time. And that's what he was trying to tell him. Like, it doesn't work that way.
That's not even
Like,
what I said.
no. Listen, again, track the fucking conversation, right?
Address
Now
what? Hold on.
understand.
Don't
Let
change
me just
everything. Wait,
finish.
hold on.
Let me
You
just
just
finish.
changed my whole
Hold on.
fucking
No,
talking point to
listen.
some other bullshit
Wait,
and
hold
ran
on.
with it.
Wait. Hold up. Let me.
You didn't even address what I said.
I am.
You just made up an argument that I
Wait.
didn't make and
No.
ran with it.
Listen.
What the fuck are you
Wait.
doing?
Okay, because again, I don't like saying this, but I have to say, because you're too simple
Nigga,
minded
I'm
to
the one that
understand
said what
this.
I said. You literally interpreted what I said and made up your own
No,
conclusion
because
and
no.
story.
Listen, I'm addressing the mindset behind
What I
the
said
thought
was
process.
very straightforward.
I know, but I'm addressing the mindset behind it. But you can't
How
conceive
the
that.
fuck do you know the mindset behind it? If I told you exactly what it was,
Wait.
what
Hey,
the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, let me explain. Stop crashing out. Hold on.
This nigga
It
just
have
made up a whole
wait.
a whole point of view
Flashy,
that I didn't even. I just
flashy,
told you the fucking recipe.
flashy.
I gave you the ingredients and you still
Flashy,
fucked up the
flashy.
recipe.
Dude, calm down. Let me just finish.
That shit crazy as fuck.
Flashy, cool. Calm down. because again, it have motivations behind things. Things don't just happen in a vacuum. We're talking about the motivation
Oh
behind
my
that,
God.
the mindset
You're
behind
gonna
it, the
create your own. But you're
indoctrination,
creating the motivation.
no, no,
But
no.
you're
I'm not.
making up the
So,
motivation.
wait, Flashy, hold up. Everybody is not like you that have absolutely nothing in their head with no motivation whatsoever, and shit does just happen out of fucking nowhere, right? That is literally
That
what
shit crazy.
indoctrination is about. That is literally what patriarchy is indoctrinate people to believe certain things. So you just regurgitating that belief that was taught and passed down that caused this to happen again and
You niggas
again.
really freely believe don't niggas can't think for themselves. That's the craziest shit in the
Bitch,
fucking
you
world. If I
Hold
can.
up, hold up, y'all. Go ahead, Dexter.
Like, dude, you literally can't. You think you're the first person that says this?
Hold up, Dex. Let Dexter go.
yeah, cause this fuck nigga just be making shit up as he go. That shit blows me.
Yeah, hey, listen, when people saying, look, I'm just going by the prompt here, will society collapse if women stop dating broke men? Well, I mean, that is kind of assuming that women know the men are going to be broke or that the men are broke, and assuming that when the women are dating the broke men, the currency that they're going by is money. And sometimes the currency is not money that they're going by. Sometimes they're going by ambition. That's also assuming that the women are
Oh, not
choosing the
potential.
men.
Not potential. No, you gotta have receipts. We ain't doing potential.
Well, some maybe, wait a minute, who said that? Was that D?
No, that
See,
was
D.
the host.
Oh, the host. Well, the host might, the host probably smart, but listen, everybody not as smart as you, host. Some people, they do be looking at potential without receipts. Listen, I be seeing people on the street and I be thinking, how does this dude on the street even got a girl? Like, this is crazy. But if y'all ever heard that old Chris Rock joke, a crackhead can't date somebody who ain't a crackhead. So crackheads is basically gonna join each
Show me
other.
that word. Show me that word. No, like, listen.
And the reason I say
Listen,
that, and
hold up,
my
hold
bad
up.
for saying that
No.
word, but the
When
reason
you
I
talk
say that
about,
is
hold
if
up,
somebody is like broke,
sir, listen to what I'm
yeah, go ahead,
saying. When
go
you talk
ahead.
about ambition, right? Again, like, y'all don't understand how, like, a lot of the ways men manipulate women is because, like, women have been conditioned to believe your bullshit. Like, if women were not conditioned to believe your bullshit, and you're like, no, I got like hopes and dreams, I got a business plan. She's like, what the fuck? You ain't got shit though. And like, if that was a standard, like, what do you think would happen to men collectively? It's like, I'm realizing y'all motherfuckers cannot think outside the box.
But
Like,
that's
it's
not true
a
though.
struggle.
That's not true though, because you failed to realize or failed to mention that women believe that they're special. This is one of the biggest things. Women believe that they can change a man. They can make him better. This is why a lot of women talk like, oh, I done built the man, and you will build a man up and then he'll leave you for a white girl, because they believe that they have the ability to take another grown ass adult and make them be something other than what they already are. So like you saying, oh, potential is guys manipulating. No, potential is women literally saying, I'm so good, I'm so great that I'm gonna take this dusty ass nigga and make him become something better than a dusty ass nigga. What are we talking about? Why do we pretend this is not the norm? If you ask most women about their last relationship, they were the one with the money. They were the ones that was good. They leveled him up. They bossed him up. It will always be that dynamic. It will never be, oh, I fumbled a good man, or none of that shit. They're always the one that was fumbled. The
So
fuck are
let
we
me talk
talking
about
about?
this. Hold
Hey,
on, let me talk
hey, that
about
was
this
good.
real
No,
quick.
hold on. That
Nah,
was
nigga,
good.
you hold on.
That was good, man. That was
Are you
good.
gonna
I
stay
ain't
for just
mad.
in a second? Listen to what I'm saying. Are you saying that there are no societies around the world where it's the standard that, like, in order to get married, like, you have to have certain things, like places where they have like bride prices, they have like what is it? What the fuck when they plan the marriage out for you, whatever. Like, that's like, it's
Bro,
not like so far. No, pause, because y'all act like it's so far fetched. Yes, I agree that a lot of black women specifically, have been conditioned to think that you was to put up with a man who ain't got shit and you can change him. But like, there are societies where that is not the fucking standard.
But if
You
you're
know,
gonna
Howard
bounce around
Schultz.
from
Thank
society, wait,
you,
hold on, hold
y'all.
on. If you're
Who's
gonna bounce around
judging?
from society to society, that's the dumbest way to have a conversation. Pick a location. Say the Western world, or you're talking about the Middle East. Pick a society and stick to it. Because if you're gonna bounce around to fit a narrative, the fuck are we having this conversation for? Like, what are we talking
We're
about?
here.
And why did you not? You didn't even address the points that I made. The fact that a lot of women genuinely believe that they're the prize, and they believe that they're so God given that they could make a dusty ass nigga become somebody. Why are you not acknowledging that fact that that's a
I'm
truth?
sorry. Me talking about the indoctrination, the way that a society is trained. You don't see how that was literally
Because
answered. That's on you. Hold up, real quick.
that's not.
Go ahead, hold on. Go ahead, Theodora.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, love. Okay, so should I just jump in the middle of the conversation or just address the prompt?
Address the prompt first, and then you can go wherever.
Okay, so it says, would society collapse if women stopped dating broke men? No, it wouldn't. Actually, it would thrive if we stopped dating broke men. You wouldn't have men talking about, oh, well, we need two incomes because a man can't carry all the financial responsibility by himself. Bullshit. I've seen single women, single mothers carry all the financial responsibility by themselves with no man and a bunch of kids. So if you're telling me that a man can't handle all the financial responsibility for his wife and his children, you got me messed up.
But how would we thrive though?
He can still drive. A lot of their single moms do, so why can't he? And society
Fuck
was
out of
built.
here.
Stop. I'm talking. No, I was quiet when y'all spoke. Please give me the same
He said they
respect.
thriving.
Give me the same respect. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, stop cutting people off. Go ahead, Theodora.
Like I was saying, thank you so much, host. A lot of single moms thrive. They do. I seen them with my own eyes. They got Benzes. They live in a freaking condominium, and they got 2 or 3 kids that they taking care of by themselves. So if you're telling me that a single mom can thrive and go on vacation every freaking month for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, but a man can't. But the world was built for a man to have the advantage. What are we talking about here? Laziness? Yes. Ain't no excuses when it comes to single moms. Single moms aren't even given any ounce of grace that men are, even though men have the advantage that they
I
claim they have.
I
So
would
what
agree.
excuse do men have?
I agree with you, but I think that she would be thriving if
Ain't no
she
but.
did
No,
have
ain't no
that
but.
50%.
Nigga, that's not even the
Hold up,
fucking
let him,
No,
norm.
hold
Why
up,
there's
did she
no,
just say
there,
that?
hold
there is
up,
no
hold
but.
up, y'all. Let
That's not
Kellen
the norm,
finish.
baby girl.
Flashy. Kellen was responding. Go ahead, Kellen.
No, I was just saying, like, I would think that she would thrive more if she had a partner, like somebody to help her.
Well,
She's
guess
doing
what?
great
She
by
doesn't.
herself.
Hold
She's
up
doing
there. Let
great
him
by her.
finish.
She's doing great by herself. You said that she wouldn't thrive if she didn't have that partner. I disagree with that. She would thrive even more now if she's handling it by herself.
I
Now she
didn't
got
say that, by
somebody
the way.
else.
I didn't say that at all.
Oh, okay, I misheard you.
Of course you did.
Even then, right? She said, "Oh, they're driving Benzes and doing no." Nigga,
Why are
bitch,
we
do we have?
beefing?
This is the. We
Oh,
Why
gotta
are
wait,
we
hold
be
on. No,
honest, bro.
don't be
This is not the
disrespectful. You
norm.
don't have to
We
tell
let you
That's
people.
too
talk.
No,
We
much,
you
let
don't
you
bro.
have to
talk.
call people the B word. You can make your
I didn't
point
call
without being
you a
disrespectful.
B. I didn't call you a B.
I
I didn't
don't
call you a B.
care.
Listen,
No, you
listen.
don't disrespect women around me. Don't do that.
And
I'm
Theodora,
not.
Anyways,
I wasn't beefing with you. I did. You don't have to tell me I
Any
wasn't
fuck.
listening. Like we wasn't beefing.
Nah,
But
but see, okay, so the
that's what
year
I was saying. Like, to make these
before
weird ass.
Howard
one at a
Schultz.
time. One at a time,
Hold
please.
on.
Use a
Hold
This
up.
is
gentleman.
Dexter.
Hold
Listen,
up, y'all.
listen. This
Stop
is
cutting
Dexter.
people off.
This
Hold
is
up.
Dexter. The
Yeah, I
year
know
before
Dexter.
Howard
Hold up,
Schultz.
Dexter. Hold up, Dexter. Let Flashy finish, and you go right after
Oh,
him.
go ahead, Flashy.
Yeah, this weird
Flashy.
narrative like, oh, single moms are thriving and da da da. Hello, y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
But yeah, this weird ass narrative that single mothers are thriving is just insane. Like, is there some women that's getting to that bag and doing their big ones? Absolutely. Is that the norm? Fuck no. So why try to
That's a
pick
fact.
and choose when we're gonna like why pick and
I'm not
choose when
picking
we
and
know it's
choosing
not the
anything.
majority nor is it the norm? But you are
It's
picking and
not
choosing
a
because
normal for a
the
man.
numbers don't
No,
even
I'm
back
not. No,
the
I'm not.
number. Hold on, the numbers don't even back what you're saying. Like most people
Actually, it does.
can't be broke. So what the? Okay, yeah, you got it. If you just gonna warp a reality to fit a weird ass narrative, you got it, baby girl.
No, don't
Go
disrespect
ahead.
me
Hold up,
in my
Theodora.
opinion. Don't do that.
Hold up, Theodora. You can go after Dexter. Go ahead, Dexter, and then Theodora go right after.
Yeah, yeah. So Howard Schultz, man, his wife's dad made the dude cry because he was like he had a lot of potential, but things wasn't working out for him. The next year, the dude
Thank you.
launched Starbucks and became a billionaire. And it was like if the girl would have left him, like, man, you got all this potential, but you actually broke. She would have really lost out. She would have really lost out.
You
But
would have lost out.
apparently she stuck with
Do
it.
you think she contributed at all?
I'm sure she contributed, by being there, being there for him and just being loving towards him. I mean,
So you
he
don't know
never
the
said
full.
that
So you
she
don't know
added
the
no
full
money into
story.
his pockets.
Hold on, real quick. But you don't know the full story. You just assuming that like she came along for the ride.
Well, no, I ain't saying she came along for the ride.
What
She
it
was
sound
there.
like? You sound like you're like,
You
oh, he'd
know,
have been good and she would have
he
missed
was
out.
he was broke. She was there to kind of pump him up while he was on his
Who's a little
his
bit more than
down
pump them up? That's what I'm
levels.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes y'all be speaking on stuff you don't know about. Go ahead, Theodore.
I'm eating chicken that I cook, but what I was basically saying was the numbers do show that there are more single mothers that are thriving, taking care of their kids, more so than there are provider men in this society. Your average man refuses and makes excuses when it comes to providing for his family. But your average single mom, she don't make no freaking excuses because society won't give her no grace. Sorry, I'm still chewing my chicken. Society does not give women enough grace to be able to say, you know what, you're a single mother, you have a bunch of baby daddies, we're going to give you some grace and say, you know what, you shouldn't have to take care of all these kids, but guess what, they do it anyway. The amount of men I've met, even seen in my life, even according to stats, studies, and research, they make excuses as to why they cannot provide for their families, wives and children. I'm talking about wives and children economically. But a single mother, she's not going to have any freaking excuse because guess what? She can't rely on anyone else but herself.
You
Now,
know why that's
Hold on,
true
real
is
quick.
no, I'm not
Hold
done.
on,
I'm
real
not
quick.
done.
Go ahead, land and answer D if you want to say something because you ain't said nothing in a while. Then we'll go to red zone.
Okay.
Okay. So, like a lot of black men, specifically black men, make it their point that, oh, there are more single mothers out here providing for children than there are husbands providing for their family. But when I say it, they try to push back.
I mean,
please
according to
So hold up, y'all didn't hear
right
me?
there.
Hold up, hey, hold up. Y'all didn't hear me? D gonna go next in red zone. Now it's this shit
Can I
like
go after red
this
zone?
like this is like behavior management in class. Like y'all just fucking want to run y'all damn mouth. Hold up, share the fucking mic. Go ahead, D. We gonna go to fucking red zone. Damn.
No, go ahead to red zone. Go to red
Hey,
zone.
can I go after red zone? Let me go
Oh
after red
yeah, go
zone.
ahead, red zone.
All right. Thanks for allowing me on the panel. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So, to answer the question, right? I'll answer it by saying this. Um, Society would collapse in the very short term, but it would gradually start to improve in the long term.
How so?
Well, here's why I say that, right? In the short term, if women just flat out stop dating men underneath a certain tax bracket, a lot of men unfortunately would just crash out, right? For a short while. But what would happen is after the crash outs happen and after men realize that they're going to have to step up if they want any chance of success, I think a lot of men would just have to be forced to do what it is that they're supposed to be doing.
Well, let me ask you a question though, red
Go
zone,
ahead.
right? Are you familiar with like the class system we have in our capitalistic society?
I'd say I'm reasonably familiar with that.
Yeah, because like we have a 1%, right? We have the 1%, 10%, but we do have an elite class, right? Like, do you
Right.
understand that the only reason why we have an elite class because they're able to exploit the lower classes, right? And
Oh
it
yeah,
will
no, I
always,
understand that completely.
yeah. So the thing is, you're thinking like, oh, all the men will automatically just be in the middle class. Is that what you think will happen? Really?
I don't even I don't even I don't know if they would even be in the middle class, but they would. I think that slowly but surely they would improve their income.
So So okay, let's
And
say this. Let's say you work a job, like, because they all people work low income. Thank y'all, and you're considered broke, right? And
right.
you're working, you get overtime, but you still considered broke. Like this man has to accept that you're never going to get married, you're never going to have a family, you're not going to have access to women, right? You telling me he just going to just like because everybody can't not be broke. The system we have in place that has to be broke people.
That was
What
gonna
do
be
you
my
think his
question to
reaction would
Red
be?
Zone. Red Zone, where did the women go that's in that same bracket?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't have the immediate answer. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm not sure. What I think is that I think, and this is just me being optimistic, right? I don't have the stats or facts to back this up. This is just, my own way of thinking. I think that you are right in the sense that I definitely don't see everybody coming up to the 1%. That's like not logical, right? Everybody can't be a billionaire or even a millionaire, right?
Nowhere
But
close.
huh?
I said nowhere close to it.
Well, right, exactly, because we do live in a capitalistic society in America, and that ain't happening. But what I do think is, I think that what would happen is, as a collective, men would start to sit down and say, you know what, women are not happy with us. I'm getting turned down over and over. What am I going to do about this? Okay, I better go back to school so that I can get a better job. And if I get a better job and increase my income, I'll be more stable. And that will allow me to be a little bit more of a competitor than I was prior to making that decision.
And I don't think that
I think that's what would happen to men as a collective.
I don't think that you're wrong, but I think that we're in that right now. Like what we live right now today is that. Right now, women want to make decisions like, hey, it was somebody I saw the other day, they was talking about now they're going to start asking, hey, do you have a bachelor's degree? Like if he doesn't have a bachelor's degree, I'm not even going to date him. Like this man been working on this job for 20 years. Now he ain't got no bachelor's degree, but he's perfectly fine. He don't have a bachelor's degree. I'm not going to date him. So we're dealing with that like currently in our situation right now.
I've
And
never.
you know what?
And I don't.
You know
It's
what,
not the
Kellen?
degree that
Can I
women are
jump
looking
in
for.
on here?
I don't
That's
think
a perfect point
Hold on, let
because
me go and then you go, Dexter.
that's fine.
It's not the degree that women are looking for because you don't have to have a bachelor's degree. You could have a certification. You could be working, doing whatever, making a certain amount of money. So it's definitely not the degree. Like nobody I know is searching for a degree. It's more about you being able to provide and take care of yourself, you being a man of means. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in the top 1%. Being broke means you can't take care of yourself. You don't have any resources. You don't even have enough resources for yourself, let alone for a family or a woman. Why are you trying to date if you can't even afford yourself? That's
But
broke. And I
that
feel
man
like
don't have
I
not
also
one girl on his
she
line.
wasn't done. Hold on, she wasn't done.
I also think that it's wild that some of the comments are, oh, they would start taking it. They would crash out. Y'all crashing out because you can't get a woman because you don't have any money? That's crazy. And people speak to women's emotional stability based on, oh, y'all get emotional about this, y'all get emotional about that. But to say they would crash out and they would start taking it because somebody is telling them no is insane. That's
I have another
But you know
question
what?
for you. Hold up, real quick. I have another question, real quick. Because my bad. No, hold on, Dex. Hold up. Because I asked Flashy this question earlier, but he got in his feelings about it. Right? Let's say like, because y'all just
Come on,
talking
Terry.
about
Don't do me like that, bro.
no,
Don't do
for
me
real.
like that.
Y'all keep talking about the broke men, right? Right? The men who actually have resources. If broke men are crashing out and they going like, I'm just going to take it, right? And these men who are successful still have partners. They have families. The ones who have power in our society. What do you think their reaction is going to be? Because y'all tend to just think about the broke men. What about the other men that's going to be competing against them? What are their actions going to be?
Oh, that's easy. I can answer that. Remember this power, like those 1% that has money. Remember, the money is irrelevant if the 90% is hungry. We need to remember that. This is why the rich try to like always distract the 90% is because once you start looking at their plate, oh yeah, all that, oh, I got billions of dollars, that shit is irrelevant. Oh, I got a big mansion, irrelevant. When you have a majority full of angry dudes, You have no more power. Your money is irrelevant. Your status is irrelevant. None of that shit matters. So this is what you have to understand. None of like that. That's why I need you. I hope that answered your question. Like that 10% has no real power if the 90% is coming after what they have.
Tierra, can you ask it again? Because I don't quite understand what you asked.
No, I'm saying like a lot of y'all focus on the behaviors of the broke men, right? Like how the broke men will react. So my question was the men who are not broke, because if the broke men are saying they're gonna crash out, they're gonna be running around taking it from women, blah blah blah. The men who are successful still got families. Like are
They
they?
can't do nothing about it.
Power? They gonna just
They
be
don't
like,
have power.
Hold on, what's
up,
the question?
that's the question. What's going to be response? What will be the response be of those who are not broke? Let Dexter go
Nothing.
first. Hold on, let Dexter go first, and then Kelly, you can respond. Oh, Dexter taking a shit. Go ahead, Kelly.
So you asking what are the rich guys with money gonna do because the broke men are mad?
Yeah. Theodore, you can go next.
Nah,
I
my
don't
bad.
think they go.
I was talking with the mute on.
No. We know
No,
what you was doing. Don't come on here and lie. It's fine.
listen. That's what world we in right now. We have a top 10%. As a matter of fact, if you live in the United States, you are making more than 80% of everybody on the planet Earth. You period. Just like if you making over $200 a month, you are making more than over 80% of the whole planet. So I mean, the whole world, everybody is hungry. In the end, are they hungry and strong? If they hungry and
Yeah,
strong,
but the
it's
only
gonna
thing
go
is about
flashy's
saying
way.
that. But the only thing to say about that, right, is like, oh, okay, I'm in the U.S. I'm making more money. Let's say it's somebody in like Thailand, right? But over
Yeah.
there in Thailand, like the cost of living is cheaper, so they have more money left over. They not living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have to work overtime. Like, yeah, you got less money, but you have more resources. So it's
And
not always about.
some of the people in Thailand, I mean, living in the jungle. Not everybody, but some of them living in squalor.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to say, like, the comparison, just because you make more money doesn't mean that you're like doing better, is my whole point. If the cost of
Oh,
living is
no,
higher,
trust me. I've been overseas. I've been to the
it's fine. You ain't
Philippines.
gotta tell your whole story. Damn, sir. We got it. You know what
I'm
it's
just
like.
saying we not doing bad in the United States. There's a reason everybody wants to come to the U.S. It's just that we're right here and we can't tell that we got it so well that everybody is like, dude, I wish I could be there. Like it's their dream to just come over here. I mean, it's like when if the women stop dating broke men, you know what's gonna happen? Men gonna start lying. They're gonna start making up how they not broke. They're gonna start making up ways to show
Yeah,
that they
we
got
hear
it.
that all the time. I hear men all the time say they make 6 figures. So yeah, we seeing that right now. But go ahead, Theodore.
No, like I was gonna respond to respectfully, sir. Men lie anyway. They always do. Doesn't matter if they're rich or poor. You ain't saying nothing new. But what I was gonna say though, someone was talking about how the broke men are gonna become angry and try to take it from the rich men. They already do that. Ain't nothing new about that. And like someone mentioned, that men say that women are more emotional, but at least we're not more violent to the point where we think we're entitled to something and we're gonna take it by force just because we're angry. Women get mad. They get fed up with their situation of poverty and having all these damn kids with no support. Guess what they do? They go to college. They'll sleep in their car. They'll sleep on the streets if they have to. But as long as they have a vision, I don't hear a lot of these baby mamas or single moms bitching and complaining like these men do. A lot of men say, well, why y'all women so masculine? Y'all got degrees and can't cook and clean. I'm not about to cook and clean for no nigga. No, I'm not doing it. If I'm the one that had to get up and decide I don't want to be broke or poor no more, and I'm going to be the provider, guess what? I don't have to cook and clean for you. Find someone else to do it. Matter of fact, cook and clean for yourself. That's what I'm going to say. Like, I don't have to submit myself or lower myself knowing what I had to go through. I'm not a single mama, by the way. I'm just speaking from the single moms that I know, my friends, right? I'm not about to put myself as a servant at your feet, knowing what I've been through to get to where I'm at. You didn't put me there. You didn't provide for me. You don't pay none of my bills or put food in my children's mouths. So why should I cook and clean for you or be feminine for you? Why? For what?
But
My
Theodora,
complaint
the kind
is
of
that
girl
I
you
don't
are,
cook
you're
and
not
clean
gonna
for
go for that
you.
kind of man anyway. Like you, now there's a
All I'm
difference
saying,
between
all I'm
a broke
saying
man
is,
and a
hold on,
man,
wait
like
a minute.
a
Let me
straight up
finish.
man.
Let me land real quick. All I'm saying is, in the defense of the single moms being attacked by these so-called providers, a lot of these men are not providing. They just talk a good game and think, oh, I'm gonna get between her legs so she got baby daddy. No, sweetheart, she got smarts now. She got money. She got a Benz. She got a condo. Things you didn't even give her. So why would she give you any of her time?
All these
Why?
niggas got condos now.
No, she has something you don't even have. So why would she submit to you
All
knowing you
these
didn't
girls making
provide?
money now.
No, and guess what? You're laughing, but at the same time, like, it's kind of sad that the women
Reality
have to
doesn't
be the
reflect.
men.
Reality does reflect what you're saying. I want you to understand that.
It does reflect it, actually.
Most men still make more money than women. Like, this is the thing
And
I'm saying.
guess what? They're
You guys are
not
lying to
providing,
make these
and they're
points.
not providing. Thank you. They're not providing. So what are
This
you
is why I
trying to
want
tell
you.
me?
This is why I want you guys to understand. You guys say men are not providing.
They're
Right? When you
not.
guys talk, that's great. When you guys talk about providing, right? You say women are providing for their children, right? That's taking care of herself and a baby. When you guys say for the man,
Babies,
hold on.
babies, multiple.
Baby, that's cool. It could be 10. Fuck it. Let's say 10 babies. It don't fucking matter.
It
Right?
do. It does
Let
matter.
me finish. So
No.
she's
You didn't let me finish. You interrupted me. Hush. No,
he
don't do
literally
that
let you
now.
finish.
Hold up,
Don't do
Theodore,
that.
you wasn't done?
Come
No,
on,
I
she's
was
gonna
not done.
drag it, bro.
Oh, hold up, Flash. Let her land and you can
Girl,
go.
we all heard her pause. She stopped, bro. Like, now she's talking to talk.
She said she got land. Go ahead and land your point, Theodore.
Let me land my Spirit Airlines. What I'm trying to say is basically
So
a
she's
lot of
repeating
single.
what she's about to say. What I'm basically
Can you
saying.
let me finish, please? At least, goddamn.
Let her finish, Flash.
Damn. Like I have to say one more time because he wasn't listening. A lot of women do not complain about providing. We don't complain about what we got to go through to make it. All we're basically saying is, look, don't come into my life acting like you gave me anything, like I'm supposed to just lay my femininity at your feet like you're my damn king. You got to come with something first. That's
Now
it.
everybody complain.
She's done that. Is she done that? Can I address
She
it?
done, Flashy. She
Yes,
done.
I'm done. Yes.
Okay. Once again, right, when we're talking about this whole provider thing, right, a woman providing for her child, it could be 1, 2, the number realistically doesn't matter, right? This is the difference. When a man comes in the picture, you're expecting that man to provide not only for himself, for her and that child. The woman, we're not asking women to provide for the man in the baby, right? Society has not conditioned women to get to the point where they're the breadwinners of the household and they're supposed to pay all the bills while the man sits home and kicks his feet up and fucking cooks and cleans. We're not expecting that. That's not society. So please stop pretending like, oh, women are providers. Yeah, you're providing for 2 people, yourself and your child that you chose to keep. When you expect a man to provide, you're asking for him to take care of the whole household, which means you, aka a fully grown ass adult, and a fucking baby. That's not the same thing as you taking care of yourself and a fucking baby. Like, what are we talking about? And this narrative that, oh, women are just doing so good, they have all these condos and all these, the numbers don't back that shit up. Like, is there some women doing their fucking big ones? Hell yeah, as they should. Shout out to them. But that's not the norm. Most of these women are living in Section 8 and having a whole bunch of government assistance, which is cool. So this whole, society doesn't give women grace. No, society created a whole fucking movement where women have nothing but grace. A bitch could fuck up and go to the clinic and abort that motherfucker. A motherfucker.
Dang, Flashy.
Society created excuses for every single bad behavior you guys come up with, and somehow, well, society don't give us grace because get the fuck out of here. Talk about reality.
Stop being immature, bro. Chill out.
Hey, and you know what? I want to clarify with Flashy. Let me clarify what Flashy just said because it's actually interesting. They don't say, okay, a woman is taking care of her children and a man. They say the man is taking care of his whole family. And would it be wrong if a woman say, I ain't dating no broke man because he can't take care of me and the family? But they not saying, I take care of that man. Because
why would we?
If she's taking care of the man, what is the man? The man broke.
But you see what I'm talking about?
We already have to have the children.
Why would we?
We already have to have the children.
Hold up. I want y'all to consider something.
We already have to have the babies. Like, what do y'all want?
If this, hold up, because let's think about it. Because just because you're a woman don't mean you have children. Like, if the standard is you don't date broke men, would it be as many single mothers? Because we know that a lot of single mothers is not actually a single mother, is an absentee father. So women are like, oh no, you ain't got shit, I ain't fucking with you. Would it be as many single mothers in the first place?
Exactly.
That's
Thank you.
wrong.
Thank
That's
you.
wrong.
Now,
That's not
I
true.
would take it to from a
No,
different
no, she's
Hold on, let
right.
me
perspective.
respond
She's
to that. Let me
right.
respond to that. Let me respond to that. That's not true because once
No,
again,
she's right.
hold on. Let me tell you why she's not right.
I will
Because
tell you
once,
why she's right.
oh my God, can I? Are we gonna have a back and forth, or are you just gonna keep interrupting because you don't like how I sound? Like
First
I
of
get
all,
it.
Negro, I will say what the fuck I want to say.
Ooh,
Now
you
hold
must
on.
think Tara on your
Theodora,
side.
like, can we
You must
Hold
think
on,
Tara on
Theodora,
your
like,
Flashy.
you
No,
Before
side.
just
you
no,
came
get
in
don't
here
in,
and
talk.
made
No,
that
You
don't
think
talk
Tara
to
on your
Eudora.
side.
Nothing.
That's what it is. You think you got room to really pop your shit
Nigga,
for
shut the
real.
fuck up.
like you
You
kind
think,
of killing the vibe. Like
Flashy
this is a
flirting
casual
now.
Nah, this
conversation.
bruh,
nigga killed it first by cussing and shit. Like, what are you talking about?
bro.
Now that I cuss,
Ma'am,
I'm killing the
ma'am,
vibe?
you killing the vibe. Like,
No,
let's
I'm
just have the
not. I'm really
conversation.
not. No, I'm
Let's
not.
just
Let
have the
me finish
conversation. Go
speaking.
ahead, Flashy.
Appreciate
Hold
you.
on, Colin. Calm down, Colin. Not you jumping in the circle jerking that
Right,
nigga.
like you getting
Hey, Tara,
defensive.
come on, bro. Let me
No,
cook
he's
real
circle
quick.
jerking you like a motherfucker. That's
Hey,
crazy.
be like that sometime. But let me cook. All jokes aside, but this is what I'm
Ladies
saying.
first or is it gentlemen first?
Gentlemen first, baby girl. We're equals now. We're
No,
equals.
we're not
We're
equals.
equals,
I
baby
don't do
girl.
that in my life. I don't
Okay,
do
then
that.
shut the fuck
Nah.
up when I talk then.
Nah, nigga, shut the
Since
fuck
we
up.
not
Know your
equals.
fucking place.
Since we not equals.
Know your place,
Since we
nigga.
not equals.
Know your place.
I try to
My
go the
point.
feminist
I will
route.
sit on your fucking face. Shut the fuck
My
up.
point.
He might like that.
He
He might
should.
like that. Wait
He
a minute.
should.
Hey, but no, for real. You know,
For real,
there
what?
is a point where, let's say the woman makes 50,000 a
Nah, but
year.
let me respond.
She
Hold on. Let me respond.
cannot date no broke man.
Hold
She
on. Let me
Why
can't
should
date a
she?
broke man.
hold on.
Cause you
Let me
know what? If she date a broke man, it's gonna be two broke people
bruh.
eventually.
Let
Now,
me
if she
respond.
date a man that's got money and she's making money, then they both can make money together. Now we ain't look at that side.
We're
Like,
missing the
We
point
always
though.
did, though.
We're
50-50
missing the
exists.
point. We're missing the point. The point is, right? And you even attested to this, right? You don't believe a woman should have to take care of a man or
No, we
provide for a
shouldn't
man.
have to.
I agree with you,
That's
right?
true.
Okay, I agree with you, right? So if we can acknowledge that society, and you also agree that society don't look at women to pay for a man's life and
and
watch
we
him
only
stay home.
talking about our society.
Yeah,
Remember
so
that. Flashy
yeah,
made
so
that
But we
clear.
ain't got just. What are you talking about?
What
We
about
again, it's
Nigerian
about
society
human
where I'm from?
behavior. Human behavior. Y'all
okay,
think, oh, this society like.
okay.
No,
Let's
hold
expand
up.
it.
Y'all, no, if the indoctrination changed, the society can look different. What are you talking about?
But now you're talking about what is. So, okay, let's talk about.
It's
She
a
said Nigeria.
hypothetical
Okay,
question. Of course, I
she
can be
said
what
Nigeria.
if.
She said she's from Nigeria. At what part of Nigeria we're expecting the women to pay the bills and the man just be a stay-at-home dad? Where in Nigeria is that at?
No place.
Exactly. So that's not in Nigeria. Give me another place where society expects the woman to pay for the man and the children while the father
America?
stays. That's in America. So that's the norm in America. The woman's supposed to work and the father's supposed to stay
No,
home.
no, I'm not saying it's the norm. I'm just saying we do 50-50 where the woman still
But
works
that
and
50
takes care of
is
the
not
home.
50 is not
That's
providing for
still
the whole
too
home.
much. That's still too much, honey. It's still too much
So you
on the
see how you
woman.
guys defeat your argument when we really
It's
break it
still
down
too
to
much.
reality, because you're saying that okay, 50-50 is doing too much.
It is.
That's cool. But once again, why do broke men keep making babies? Because the one piece we will not acknowledge is women believe that they are better than men. And
No, we don't.
hold on, goddamn, bro, this conversation is bigger than me and you.
Well,
You guys
that's
stop.
fine. I'm trying to see where he's gonna go with that.
Hey, we gotta stop going back and forth with each other. So you need to remember this. Women think they're better than men because, for example, you said doing 50-50 is too much. Women in the comments said that they're the prize. And because of that, that means every man is going to be inferior to every woman. So money doesn't even matter. So with that being said, you guys have to acknowledge the fact that you like niggas that make you feel like you are a god. You like niggas that are subhumans. You like niggas that don't have shit, that look at you as a god, because a broke nigga is gonna look at you as a god because to be honest, you are a god to him because he depends on you for food, shelter, and everything else. A rich nigga don't need a fuck thing from you but your pussy, and that makes you become a less valuable because damn, that's all he needs from me. He's smarter than me, he has more money than me, and he has more degrees than me. Y'all don't want those guys because those guys don't allow you to live in that delusional ass reality that you guys love to live in.
Let's
No,
go.
they want
Yeah,
they
hold
want
up,
those
wait.
guys.
Let up.
As a
Hold up,
woman,
y'all.
Broke
Hold up,
nigga do
y'all.
not
Y'all
look at a
forgetting
girl with
about.
money as
Hold
a
up,
god.
hold
as
up.
a woman,
Hold up, D. Y'all forgetting about y'all forgetting about audacity. There's a lot of
thank
broke
you.
people
I was
without
about to
fucking
say that.
audacity. Go ahead, D, and then we're gonna go to Red Zone. Y'all got to share the fucking mic.
society
A broke man does not look at a woman
I
who's
want to
taking care of him as
respond to
a
you real
god.
quick.
If anything,
Who let the red on?
it's some anger there. They don't look at her as no damn god. A lot of them don't have respect for her. That's why the relationships don't work. Not because he treats her like a god and make her feel good, because he ain't doing shit and he don't respect her. She still do everything. How do you think she a god and she still doing everything in the house? How do you look at her and with in a positive light and you still watch her struggle to pay everything by herself while you just sitting in the house doing nothing? They don't look at her like no damn god, and no women don't not date men who have money because you would feel less value for yourself because he just needs you for your vagina. That's not true. A man with money needs you for more than that. Well, a man of integrity will want a woman for more than just her vagina, for what she can offer him outside of finances. I keep saying this, y'all keep making yourselves just valuable by y'all money. Do you not think you offer anything else outside of money? Your personality, how your potential to be a good partner, a good dad, moral support, emotional support, how y'all can build together. Why is everything because he don't need you. If he got money, he don't need you for nothing but sex. That's insane. He could just get a stripper in. He can get a hooker anytime he wants to. He don't have to wipe nobody up for that.
That's literally what they do. They
When you
cheat.
say it like that, D,
Hold up,
the
y'all.
answer is
Hold
no.
up, y'all.
Society won't fall.
Hold up, y'all. Go ahead, Riz on. They try to take your turn, Riz on.
Well,
Good talk, D.
somebody has to demonstrate some type of emotional control. So, what I want to say is, D actually hit on something, that where she asked like, hey, so like, why do men only see themselves as being valued for their money, and why don't men think that they're worth more than their money? And I think
that started with TikTok.
No, it didn't start with TikTok. It started way before that. It just got brought into TikTok. But what I'll say is this,
I can
right?
answer it.
What I'll say is the reason for
Ask the question. What you mean? He asked the question.
emotional control.
Nigga, you just asked the question. I wasn't gonna answer your question.
I'm answering the
Question,
all right.
you stating what I said.
So anyway, what I was gonna say is that the reason why men prioritize money is because we are told, and again, I don't agree with this, but men are told that if we are broke, we do not deserve the time of day, right? So when men hear that, they go, well, the only thing that matters is the money. So men use money to seduce women, right? Because if it's the Tony Montana line of thinking. First I get the money, then I get the power, then I finally have the respect after all that, right?
Don't speak
And
for all
that's a very wait, I'm not done. That's a very lopsided way of looking at that. They heard, I'm not about to date anybody broke. And what men took from that is, well, the only thing that matters is money. But that argument takes the nuance out of it, because D is right. Money is not the only thing that matters. But with that being said, you can't exist in this world without money. I can't pay my rent and my car note and my electric bill and put groceries in the refrigerator without money. So that is important. But once I have the money, I also have to develop hobbies, a personality that people like. I have to develop interests that nourish me as a human being. That's what allows me to be a complete human being. But men just thought, okay, I got to get the money, and then they let the work stop there. So that's why men just dwell on the money, because for too many men, the money is the only thing that is of value. And then once the money's in place, they forget about actually being a decent human being far too often. Now I've landed.
Now that's something I wanted y'all to think about, because it's like a lot of times men say, oh, they do what women want. But let's be honest, in a patriarchal society, like, men are setting the tone. And if men constantly telling women, oh, you have value, you gotta have money, right? Like, again, it's like a lot of different perspectives. What about the women? Will there be women who say, in this type of system, right? Essentially, like, the way things are going, women having autonomy, having their own resources, where they say, well, you know what? Being with a broke man ain't even worth my time. Like, I'm okay with being single. I won't even deal with them. Like, because like for some of y'all thinking that like women like, oh, I'm gonna need a man, so if I gotta get a broke one, I get a broke one, and y'all ignoring the indoctrination that led women to this in the first place, and the fact that we all moving away from that. Theodora, I know you wanted to speak, and then we're opening back up.
One thing I'd want to say, as a woman who has dated on both sides, I've dated men with a lot of money. I'm talking about millionaires, and men, you know, with no money, literally. One thing I would say is the men with a lot of money, they treated me with the most respect. I'm not just talking about chivalry. I'm talking about they would introduce me to their parents the first night of even dating. A lot of these broke dudes out here, they've called me all types of things you wouldn't even imagine because they assumed I was a snob because I'm attractive. They assumed, oh, because she looks like a woman that I'd want to date if I had money. Maybe she doesn't want to be with me and she might leave me for a man with money. They were projecting negative energy. So what I decided to do, I'm just going to date the men with money because they seem like they have more class. They seem like they have a lot more sense. They're not trying to compensate for something. And that's, like I said, as a woman who has dated on both sides, and it's sad for me to even say, but that's just the little simple truth I tell women around my age. By the way, I'm 22 years old. I tell them, look, if you're going to date men who are chivalrous, who are raised with a mother and father, who respect their mother and their sisters. A lot of these dudes out here, I'd hate to say it, a lot of them that are broke, they will project onto you because you're beautiful, because they assume because you look like a celebrity or whatever that they compare you to, you might leave them for a man with money. So leave them for a man with money. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't speak for all of us now.
That's for sure. I want to address something that Red Zone said. He was talking about how if you lead with your money, the woman may not, you need to have something else to fall back on and all of that, which is true. But those guys that do that, guess what they typically end up finding? Since they don't have nothing else to fall back on, they just gonna find the gold diggers. They just gonna find the girls that don't want nobody but the cats with money. So the dude who flashy. Oh shoot, my bad, flashy. Not like you flashy, but the dude who's trying to ball out and just showed his money, he gonna find the right one, and she gonna get him and use him for his money, and they gonna like each other for a little bit, but they gonna always find each other, and everybody always finds your partner. So yet we having this conversation like we're dating, like y'all dating broke men. Broke men are with broke women. Ain't no woman about to be with no broke man.
I thought women's money didn't matter though. To y'all,
I don't really want to. I'm not addressing you, Theodora, honestly.
no, I'm just saying, like, I thought women's money didn't matter. I thought our looks and what's between our legs mattered more than our money.
Nah, yeah, no, that money don't matter.
Wait, hold on, no,
The
listen to
women's money does not matter.
what
Period.
she
Like
But
said.
we
men
not
call us masculine when we make a lot of money and we thrive for what we want.
Listen to
some
what she
men,
said. Hold on,
some
listen
men.
to what she just said. She said, I thought our looks and our bodies was more. Yes, your looks and body is definitely number one, but your money matters after the fact. Like, no one wants a broke ass woman.
Yeah,
But
I don't believe you.
but if you was ugly, you think a dude's gonna want to spend money on an ugly chick? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You still gotta meet the visual before a dude wants to give you money, unless he's just giving you for the night so you can get the fuck on about your life. Like, what are we talking about? Like, why are we not like having this conversation based on reality?
We
Like,
are actually. I literally
The
was
money
mentioning
rich
don't
men.
matter
Hold
I
on.
was.
if
Wait,
her
hold on.
money
Rich men.
don't affect my money. That
Most
money
rich
don't
men,
matter.
right? A lot of rich men don't have kids, right? So most of the people that are making kids are the broke niggas. So
Or they got a whole lot of kids.
a lot of broke niggas have all the audacity. So this dude that was talking about, oh, broke men feel like they don't have no value. No, because women say broke niggas have the most audacity. So clearly they must think some shit of themselves to go be shooting they shot at all these women that have all these money and those degrees. Like, what are we talking about?
And
How
Dexter,
y'all just
you
be
said
saying
something.
shit. Y'all
And
just be
Dexter,
saying shit for the
Wait,
hell of
Red
saying
Zone
shit.
has his hands up.
and
The fuck
Dexter,
does that
you
mean
said
to me? I'm
that.
still talking.
Why are you being so rude? Damn.
Because
Don't
I'm
respond.
still
Don't respond. Go
talking.
ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
She hear me
Dexter,
talking and ain't gonna talk
Man,
about this
shut the
little
fuck
attitude
up.
crazy.
Damn.
You little
hey
22
Dexter,
year olds get so disrespectful, boy. They don't even experience life
Disrespectful
yet.
the whole
Flashy,
day in time. Don't
try to
start with
ignore
me.
it,
This
bro.
shit is
Just ignore
embarrassing,
it.
bro.
You've been
Hey
disrespectful
Dexter,
the whole time.
I ain't
Hey,
called you
Dexter.
out your name not one
I don't give
time.
a fuck, nigga. You got that bad energy on you. You got bad energy. I will call you out.
Energy.
Hey, Dexter, you said
Mr.
that
Too Flashy.
you
Ain't
said that
nothing freaking
dudes
polite
don't
about
look
you.
at
Hold
Shut
up,
the
women's
fuck
y'all.
up.
money.
Riz
Mr.
gonna
Too
let this
Shy.
man up, y'all. Hold up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I have a question for Mr. Too Flashy.
Go ahead.
You said earlier that no man is gonna spend money on a woman they
I
consider
never
ugly.
said no, man. It's not absolute, gang.
Oh,
Obviously,
okay.
no conversation.
So all right. So you didn't say that. My apologies. So is it more accurate to say that you said that men generally will not date or will not spend money on a woman that they consider ugly?
No, I would never say that. There's a limit to it. Like they're not going out their way to pay.
Don't back down, Flashy.
I'm not backing down. Like there's a limit to it, right? Because if I give you $40 and I got thousands of dollars, that's irrelevant, right? But if the guy genuinely finds you unattractive, he's not paying your bills, he's not paying your rent, he's not paying your car note if he don't find you attractive. So no, I don't think a dude is just paying a ugly chick that he finds ugly money like that. Like fuck, are we talking about?
Right, you're right, Flash.
I don't disagree, but I'm curious. Like, since beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
That's why I
right?
said that person. That's why I said specifically that person.
Who is that person?
Whoever the guy we're talking about in this make believe ass scenario. Like any dude that is not spending money on a chick that he don't find attractive, which means whatever the guy we're creating right now in our heads, that guy, if he don't find that chick attractive, he's not paying her bills, he's not paying her car note. We're not talking about what Flashy standards is. We're talking about whoever that make believe ass dude we're talking about in the scenario is. He's not doing that. She has to be attractive to him.
And that's fair, right? But what I will say is, if a man can, like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So somebody who, I'm not even going to go ahead and say rich. I'm just going to go ahead and say like a man that has resources and money, that has the ability to be generous. That man, if that man finds you valuable and pretty, even though other people are saying that, she's not up to par.
If we just agree that nigga is not gonna find her attractive, specifically whatever scenario, whatever man we're talking about, he personally don't find her attractive. Remind you, so you can't keep switching it up.
Okay, all right. So
What
in
are
that case,
resources? Everybody be
Let
saying that.
Colin respond, y'all.
okay. So what I
Wait,
will
Colin.
say.
No,
Go ahead.
Colin wanted to respond. Let him respond.
No. I just had a quick question. Like everybody says, like resource. He said resources and money. What are resources?
A home.
Resources is real good too.
Like
Resources is like
having a stable home.
No.
Having savings.
Can you make
that type
something
of thing.
happen?
That's not
Can
resources.
you make something happen? If you are down to your last dollar, can you make something happen at the turn of a dime? I got my own company, so I got to make some things happen. I got to make some sales with my company. I got to get some contracts going with my company. If I'm down to my last dollar, I got to make some things happen. I got to call some people. I got to have those resources. The people that I know, the things that I have available inside my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, those degrees are not just pieces of paper. You really got to know something to get those things, because that's why a minority of people get them. Do you have those resources where you can make something happen at the drop of a hat? You can go broke and then make all the money back in 30 days if you got the proper resources.
Well, okay, so
Hold up, real quick. Can y'all tap the screen? Make sure y'all tap the screen if you haven't shared a live out, and gift if you can. Go ahead, Theodore.
question. Is this what women mean when they say they want men with resources? No. They mean, what do you have now that you built up over time? You have a Roth IRA, an investment portfolio. Do you have land in your name? Do you have gold? Do you have a family that comes from a lifestyle of wealth and longevity? That's what we mean by resources. Not, can you make something happen if you go broke?
Nah, all of that is making something happen.
Do you have something
Yeah.
now?
If you about to go
you
broke,
make something happen.
unrealized stock, is not money in your hand,
I
but you
want
can
to
make something
see
happen
what do
with
you
that
have
stock.
now. What do you have now? If I
No,
got pregnant,
he tried to sneak that in again. Make shit happen is potential. Y'all
right?
niggas
Exactly.
love to
Thank you.
slide
Thank
potential in
you.
the conversation. It's not if you can
Now,
make
now
it
hold
happen.
on.
If
Let
I
me
Hold
got
up,
explain
hold
the
pregnant,
up,
wait,
potential.
wait a
hold
minute.
Let
on,
me
hold
explain
on,
the
hold
No,
on,
let
potential.
her finish. Let her go. Let her
sir.
go.
When
Let her go.
when
Sir,
you
it's
at
a
the
Let her go.
university,
sir. There's a difference between if you can make something happen and if you have already made
Thank
something
you.
happen. Like you keep sliding
well,
that potential in there, sir.
well, you know, when you in college, all the college
No,
students broke.
sir. What I'm
But
saying is this:
everybody
if
is like,
I
look,
was
you in college,
pregnant,
I'm in college. I see a lot of potential.
if I was pregnant and I was your wife, I don't give a fuck about what you can make happen. I'm talking about now. I'm pregnant with I'm pregnant with your legacy now. What do you have that can support this family now? That's it.
The resources, baby. I got the resources and it's happening.
Can I see? Can I put? Hold on, wait. Can I park that resource into the driveway? Can I unlock the resource with my key and walk in and go to sleep in that resource? Do you have
You
the
might
Roth
not be able
IRA?
to, but I can unlock the resource. And then it becomes your resource. You understand?
I don't care about what freaking potential, like the host said. I'm talking about can I touch it with my hand right now?
No, so I forgot who said it earlier, but they said if I go broke
Hey,
today,
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
not able
sorry.
to get it
Is the
back.
host name Tara?
That's Tara. Yes, that's a host.
Thank you, Tara. Keep going. I don't want to keep calling you host. I know you got a name now.
That was
And
me
we
talking,
love it.
not the
We
host.
love what you're doing right here. Keep going, Tara.
Go ahead, D.
So I agree to a certain extent with whoever said, if I go broke today, am I able to make it back? I get that we need to have tangible resources today, things you can see today, but there's also a resource in a person being resourceful, having a network of friends and a network of people. Where if I went broke today, I have a network of friends who can put me in places where I could get another job that's still paying, 6 figures, or they can help me get investments, or they know about this and that and the third. So I still do think that is a good resource to have. Not just, oh no, that's just potential. No, people having good networks is a good resource. Being able to say, all right, if I go broke today, I know how to do this trade or this service and I can get the money back is a good resource to have.
Hey, who said that? Who said that? I'm a follow.
Sir, what's going on with you?
I said
You
that.
can't see the boxes lighting up.
He don't pay attention.
You can see the boxes lighting up when people
I
talk.
see him. I see him. My bad. I'm cooking it. I'm cooking and doing this at the same time.
You know what's crazy? Like, I just thought about this. It seems like most women have this idea that most men are broke, but somehow they still be on the internet begging. Like, can you imagine seeing a homeless man and you saying, "Hey, homeless man, give me some money"? Like, that shit is crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, the idea that women are always saying these niggas are broke, these niggas ain't got no money, whoop de whoop, and yet they be begging these broke niggas to give them money. How does that make sense?
I'll tell
It
you.
doesn't, but that's also not majority of women either.
I'll tell you how it makes sense. The
That
same way
shit
broke
is
dudes
crazy.
beg for pussy and for a woman's attention.
Well, y'all have it,
See,
but y'all could give that. That's free.
I can't
We're talking
get
about
over
free, and we're talking about
that.
something that's like what are we talking about? Like, you're talking
I'm
about
sir,
usually
a
free.
on your
woman's
side, but
Coochie
value
that
is
is
ain't
not
free.
it.
free. A woman's value is not free.
No, no,
Sorry.
no, no, no. Coochie is free.
No, it's not.
Attention is free.
It's not.
Like, what?
Maybe for
It's
you
about
it
something you
is.
have.
Well, yeah, you're right. Attention for me is free. Like, a
For
bitch gonna give
you
me
it
attention for
is.
free. She gonna give me coochie for free. The fuck are we talking about?
But a man that values woman, he's not gonna take it for free.
Your
Now,
value
see,
is determined based on the man. You don't determine your value. This is the shit y'all be like. Understand this.
Sweetheart, no.
You can say you're attentive. No man ever gives a fuck about none of that. Who cares what you
No,
think you are?
and that's the backwards thinking
I
I'm
think
talking
I'm a
about.
billionaire. You think my bank account translates to that?
That's
No.
backwards. No, you
and
that's a
guess what,
false
My
equip. That's
Flashy?
shit's
the
the
hold on,
most
wait,
Hey,
wait
idiotic.
a minute.
My mouth
Stop.
is
That's a
guess
billionaire.
what
false.
though?
My mouth is
Guess
That's a
what?
billionaire.
false. Hold on, wait a
My
minute.
mouth
I'm
is
And
trying to
if it's
billionaire.
respond to
not
him.
free,
I'm gonna
it's a
respond to him.
resource.
I'm gonna respond to him. Hold on.
My mouth wasn't that
That's
moving.
that's a false equivalence. Your money versus a woman's thing between her legs.
That's your
That's not.
money. That's your
No,
money.
it's not the same.
That's your money.
As
Hold
long
up,
as a
y'all.
woman, hold
Hold
on.
up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. What's up, Drika?
Eh,
Hey Tara. Hey everybody. Hey
What's good?
everybody.
Please let me finish talking before she just goes to talking again. But yeah,
No,
listen.
let Drika go.
Let me
No.
say something, Flashy. I
Yes,
ain't
I
gonna.
was talking though before this little 22-year-old keep talking to me.
I'm
That
22. Yeah,
22-year-old
deal with it.
she
Are you gonna
hating.
correct me? Are
I'm
you gonna correct
correcting
me or
right
you're
now.
not? You're not gonna say
All,
shit.
Hey Tara, give me 30
No,
seconds.
that Drika talking. Go ahead,
But
Drika.
give me
all
30
I
seconds,
was
Tara.
go, all I was gonna do is see if Flashy can give us some of his coochie that he giving for free,
I give you
but
30 seconds worth, baby girl. I give you 30 seconds worth. For you,
because I
for
want to
you
see,
it's free. For you it's
I
free
want to
every
see what
time.
that coochie
Woo!
do. But
Hey, I give it
anyway,
to you every time.
yeah. So the thing that's interesting. So I'm gonna jump in on the conversation I'm hearing. The thing that's interesting, I'm gonna be really quick, is that Flashy is like, while we're having this conversation, I think it's funny that Flashy is trying to like convince women to lower themselves.
Never did
And
that. Don't
that's,
do that.
hold on, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Because when the young lady was speaking about the value and that it's not an even exchange, and you're like, well, our value is only based on men. I say whatever, however you want to put it, women need to think highly of themselves, regardless of how what box men put you in, because you will find yourself dealing with a broke nigga. That's the problem.
Thank you.
So either we will get the thing that we are supposed to get, whatever the equivalent we believe is, or whatever can get close to it, or we won't do anything at all. I think the alternative needs to stop being dealing with men who are low value, broke, talking about potential, lying, wearing hats, doing weird shit because they bald. I think we need to alleviate ourselves from all of that and just say we'll be to ourselves. We'll just stay single. But I don't think men want us to have that mindset. I think men want to neg us and beat us down and beat us over the head and be like, your value, like, it doesn't matter what you think you are. If you think you a 10, it don't matter if men don't think you a 10. No, if men don't think you a 10, don't fuck with them. That's the alternative. If they don't think you a 10, cool. They have that right. Men have every right to think a woman is fat and unattractive and they don't want to spend no money. And women have every right to say, I ain't fucking with nobody if they don't do boom, boom, boom. So I think that's what I got out the conversation.
Okay, you're absolutely right. I love everything you're saying, but the problem with what you're saying is when you apply it to real life, right? For an example, right? If you decide to say I'm a 10 and I'm worth this, that, and third, and all men as a collective agree that, yeah, we don't give a fuck what she thinks she is. We ain't gonna give her shit because to us, she ain't worth shit. That's when it becomes a problem, right? Obviously, on your everyday life, if you think you're a 10, no one gives a fuck what you think you is. Go ahead. You think you Beyonce? Go ahead. Sing it, girl. But the problem is reality don't reflect that shit at the fucking slightest. So y'all just be talking out y'all fucking ass. Like, what is we talking about?
Well, what I was gonna say was to his, the typical comment a lot of men say is, we don't care if you think you're a 10 out of 10. And like, but you're not supposed to care. That's the point. I am supposed to care about what I think about me. If I allowed every man's comment about my body or my face to affect me, guess what? I'd have low self-esteem. I'd let any nigga hit because I'd have low self-esteem. But I don't do that. And I have raised by two parents, by the way. My father told me, he said, look, I'm your first love. And I tell you, as my daughter, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen because you belong to me. Why the fuck would I allow another man to tell me what I'm not? If I say I'm a 10 out of 10, that's what the fuck is going to be. And if you don't like it, move on to a woman that thinks she's less. Hello, don't try to put me down because I have confidence that you don't have in yourself. Another man told me, he said, you know what? A lot of these dudes out here aren't confident in themselves. That's why when they see you and your confidence, they try to put you down. I said, I know that. My father taught me that. My brothers taught me that. I'm the only girl in my family. So I have no choice but to have high self-esteem of myself. Because if I allowed a nigga like you to tell me you don't deserve Ruth Chris, I'd probably be a broke baby mama right now instead of a 6-figure earner with my own Lexus.
I do have a question for Flashy though.
Go ahead.
So what's the alternative then? If what you're saying is true, that if men don't find us attractive and we in the Lulu land, so then what should women do if collectively men don't find them attractive? What should they do?
There's two things to do, right? It's okay to think highly of yourself, but understand what you think of yourself or how you view yourself doesn't
Don't
reflect how
matter. I
people.
got it. So what to do?
What do you mean?
What should a woman? How should a woman interact with men if that's the truth? I think I'm a 10, but the world tell me I'm a 2. And how should I engage with men with understanding that, knowing that men value women based on how they see them? So the way a man treats a 10 is different from how he treats a 2. So I'm going to be treated a certain type of
Okay,
way. How should I deal with it?
okay. This is I'm gonna say, and please don't interrupt when I try to explain. First thing, right?
I interrupt you and shake and grab your ass if I want to. You better spit this shit up. I cuff you right up that middle part, right up that split. I
When you
grab
say
you right in
something
that
like that,
split.
he don't cuss
Focus.
you out. That's crazy.
That's my dog. I fought her. She
I
could talk like
don't, I
that.
really don't care.
Apparently, you did mention that shit. Like,
Respect is respect. Anyway,
hey, Mia, why she mad? Cause you get to pop your shit to me and she don't. Why she upset about that?
Don't
because
triangulate.
respect is
No,
respect.
don't be triangulating.
Just
Bruh, I'm not
focus,
trying to like.
Leslie.
She started this shit, but I was
Just
minding my. Okay, anyways.
focus. Answer the question. Stop stalling.
I ain't stalling for shit. I already got the answer. The answer is exactly what you said, right? If you don't want to participate in the market, aka the dating market, right? Then you can just stay by yourself and stay isolated, stay alone, right? Cool. But most people don't want that. I know you're gonna say there's a lonely epidemic and but in reality, most people want a companion. So if you want the opposite gender, the opposite sex to give a fuck about you, right? You have to supply and demand. You have to meet the demand of the people. Like, it's a very simple concept.
I know, but okay. So you wanted to debate me making my statement, all for you to still give a non-answer. Okay, so for the
What
women,
the fuck? I literally just answered you. What do you mean I didn't give you an answer?
So when you say it's
I
the
literally just
man,
answered you.
I know, baby. Hold on,
You
slow
want him to
down,
settle.
slow down. Let me talk you through it. That's what it is. That is what it is. Let me talk you through it. Let loose. Stop clenching. Focus. Why, if a woman is going to say I'm a 2 and I see that that's what I'm labeled, but I'm going to date men, what does that mean for her? How does she get a man? She already got one of the supplies. It come with our body. Let you tell it earlier. So what else is she going to do? What does a 2 have to do when she's in a relationship with a man? Like, what does that look like?
She
I ain't
gonna
gonna
do it all.
I ain't hear that because I was taking a piss.
She
I had
gonna
a
do it all, man.
No,
I ain't
I
gonna
can
lie.
tell you what it looks like as a woman
No,
who's
let
been.
Dexter respond, y'all.
She gonna do it all. Look, and all the men is not like what Flashy is saying. We got to realize that you've probably seen on TV the 600-pound woman got a boyfriend. Now you know the 600-pound man ain't got no girlfriend. But if that 400-pound woman was walking around like, hey, she got it, then one of us is gonna go get it. I mean, that's how God made us. Like we out to hunt, man. And it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but somebody gonna be like, oh, that's all me, and she gonna like that somebody. But she might have to do it all, like whatever he want.
So my question is, if y'all, because some of y'all think like, oh, it don't matter, women going to date men regardless. If that's the case, why did they pass laws that make women dependent on men? What was the point of doing that? Like, if women already being in relationships with men, right, and it follow the rules we have in society or whatever, why would laws ever be passed to basically saying that a woman can't own property, can't have a bank account, and need to depend on a man for survival?
Oh, that's easy. I can answer that. Because they didn't believe you guys had weren't able to actually pay your debts. Like, they didn't trust you guys at all. Like, because you have to think, like, everything was based on being able to pay off whatever you owe. And they didn't believe women had the ability to do shit like that. Because they didn't want to hold women to that level, to that standard. Like,
And on top of that, people wasn't lifting weights and putting steroids and all they stuff. The women couldn't do nothing about it. You couldn't do nothing about it. So we gonna say, listen, women can't do this, women can't do that, women can't do that. That was back in the day. It was back in the day women couldn't do nothing about it. Today, women can do something about it. Especially in the United States where, we got liberties where women can do something about it. It's some countries where they still can't do nothing about it.
yeah, I don't know what the hell Buddy's talking about. And that steroid shit threw me off. I was like, nigga, what?
You sound like you're on the radio.
That's the truth. That's the truth. In Iran, women can't drive. Women can't go to school unless it's allowed for them to go to school.
Yeah, but so that's my question. Why those? Hold on. If that's That's what I'm saying. If women
Yeah.
just wanted to be in companionship with men, why are those laws in place? Like, why is it that women lose rights that men can have an advantage over them if that's the case?
Good question.
They flexing. The men are flexing.
You said why did? Are you talking about past laws or laws now?
Past laws, what's happening? You see women gaining autonomy now, and the laws they're passing now. Why is it that like laws are passed to basically force women to be with men if women just naturally want companionship the way that men want it?
Because the men want power. They want to force themselves on women to make them feel like they're the man or the head or the king of the
Well,
household. It's an
because
ego
I think
thing.
I think it's more
They
than that.
know
I
they
think
ain't shit.
it will only be a couple of men who will have access to women, and they know that. Like, because if it was natural selection, a lot of you niggas wouldn't be able to wouldn't even be able to smell a woman perfume.
Exactly.
So that's why they made the laws, and to keep the men from going crazy and attacking the small percentage of the men who would have the access to have the means and the resources and the money and the potential, whatever y'all was up here lying about, y'all will be attacking them. So to keep y'all off their ass and to keep y'all from
That don't
sucking
even
each
make
other's throats
sense.
and that. Hold on, every time I get to talking nasty, you would have stopped because you get the
I ain't
tingling.
gonna lie, I was
I
been
was about to
talking.
get in there.
I was been talking, but my service was trash as fuck where I was just at. That's all it was. I was talking, but I couldn't hear shit I was saying. You just
But
happened
that's
to.
the truth, Flashy. You know it's the truth.
It's
That's why
not
you
the truth.
upset it.
Because a
Listen
lot
to
of
what
these
y'all saying.
dudes
Hold on.
know
Listen
that
to
they're
what you're
not.
saying.
A lot
Listen.
of
Hold
these
on.
men know that
Oh
they're
my
not
god.
anything, to be talked about, like to write a letter home about.
That's great.
They. Oh no, I'm being real, and a lot of these dudes know this, and that's why they want us to be virgins and be selective because they know they're nasty, and whatever they touch, it turns into shit. So
This is what you guys have to acknowledge, right? If a
no, I'm
man
not
is
done
able,
talking.
oh my
Flashy,
god, I was
flashy. I
talking
know.
before
Hold on,
you.
stop. I know I'm not your girlfriend, but please give me some type of fucking respect.
You must have went on my page or some shit.
Stop. No, I'm not done. Like I was saying, a lot of dudes know. A lot of dudes know they ain't shit, so that's they try to make us feel bad and lower and humble ourselves to be with them. And then somehow we end up baby mamas, and they still end up shitting on us. And that's why I personally believe women should just not care about what men think about them. Because at the end of the day, men want us to have a high self esteem. They want us to be selective. They want us to be like Dorothy Dandridge or someone untouchable because it gives them some type of hard on or something. But at the same time, they want us to be beautiful, fit, feminine, friendly models, 22-year-old tight ass pussy. And they want us to
What
be
is wrong
easy.
with that? What
But
the
not
fuck?
no,
That shit
stop,
sound
stop,
good,
stop.
man.
I'm not
That
done.
shit sound great.
I'm not done. They want us to have tight pussy, but only tight for them. They want us to be selective,
Yes.
but only for them. Even though they don't have anything to
Yes.
offer, you have nothing to offer, but you want my young, tight, beautiful self to settle for your dumb ass. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, so
Oh
hold
my
up,
god.
Dexter. When you made that comment about the women in Iran who can't drive, and we talk about like the impact of the Taliban, do you know what it was like in Iran before the Taliban took over for women? Are you aware?
Boy, this is the problem when y'all bounce around from region to region and area to area. This shit.
Dexter went on T-Cup. He must have go do some research. I support that.
But
Can I
I
answer
ain't
your
gonna lie.
question,
This
sir?
is the dumbest argument ever, bro. Because the fact that we're talking about, oh, guys did this because, bro, women have no power, no say so at all without men. Like, you guys, like, nothing y'all say changes this. Like, no matter how much you guys speak, everything you got, everything you get is because of men.
That's the
Like,
point.
men are literally gods on earth
That's
to
the
these
point.
motherfuckers. So, like, this whole,
Says
oh,
who? Where you
like, what
getting
are
it
you
from?
talking about, bro? Like,
What
That's
do
the
you
point.
mean
We're
men are
making it.
gods on earth to us?
you
What are you
guys
talking
should be
about?
Did
grateful.
you hear
Like,
what he said?
literally.
No. Did you
Are
hear
you
what he
race
said?
baiting?
I'm
Seriously.
not. No, listen. I'm just. Well, God
Hold on,
Himself said
Theodore,
it.
because I want him to land. What do you mean men are gods on earth to us?
Hold
Please.
on. Wait, I'm gonna answer it. The Bible itself says that. If you're not religious,
No, it
right?
didn't. Never said that.
I never said. I never
Wait, hold
said
on.
It's
The
not in
Bible.
there.
Hold
It's
on.
not in there.
Watch this. The Bible itself said man is over the sea, the air, and the land. And then it says God, man, woman. So
Okay.
what am I missing? What, like,
That,
what,
that,
Yeah.
what is
God
Okay.
would
That's
that?
the
never,
point.
Okay.
To
ever in
provide
life
too.
tell a woman, tell anybody to revere somebody else as a god. That's idolatry. God
God,
made it all. Him.
you
That's
not
it.
wait, hold on. Man, God made man, and remind you when he was speaking, Eve wasn't created yet. Understand this. So God made man in his image. We
Okay.
are God of earth. He put us over everything.
The Bible doesn't verbatim say that though.
But Flashy, I have a
Wait, hold on,
question.
hold on.
Did the
I get the
Bible tell you?
translation.
Hold
Nah,
up,
man,
y'all.
don't say that cheating, man. Don't use the
No,
Bible.
we talk about the
We
Bible
love the
now.
Bible,
I
man,
know
but
the
you
Bible.
cheating.
Oh, mute up. Damn. I'm at to give out passes for good behavior. What the fuck? What's up, E?
What's good?
What I get with that pass?
Damn, can I finish my point though? God damn.
You can
Wait,
never tell
y'all.
when you start in end because you talk a lot, Flash. You
But
let
niggas
E
be
go.
Tara,
No, let
Wait,
E
hold
go.
on, E. Hold on, Flashy. Hold
bruh.
on, cause you did. Hold on, Flashy, real quick. Cause you did say what you had to say. Let E go and let us get some. Hold on, let us get the new people in, and we can talk about it. But you
You just
did
like that
say
light skinned ass nigga, bro. That's all it is.
I,
That's
Light
just
skin
I,
is
he got
crazy.
a sweet face. Go ahead.
Hit that follow button for
I
on the E.
seen some interesting things about Drika today, but I'm not gonna mention that.
Don't tell me you did. I gotta be nice to this nigga. This nigga do a
Looking
Hold
for
up.
looking
What
for
the
that.
fuck happened? No, go
Nah,
ahead,
I'll
E.
talk about it off live with you, Tara. I'm not gonna tell you.
No, don't have these people think we talk off live. Don't do that.
No, it's about Drika. I'm talking about Drika. Drika already know what I'm talking
I
about.
No,
see you,
Drika tell
you
me.
got the old woman,
But
you got
But
the
wait,
young
I'm gonna
light
say
skin.
this.
no, hold on, Flashy. But no, E, did you notice how I was trying to be real nice to you because I know you got something on
Did
my
you
head.
try to flip it? Like, get the hell out of here.
I ain't gonna
But
never fuck with you, E. We thick as thieves now, nigga. You my
you ain't the
dog.
only
I'ma
one.
ride for you.
I got some on your girl East too. You ain't the only one.
Damn. Okay,
I'm
let me
gonna
shut
send it
up.
to you. This is gonna be hilarious. But would society collapse if women stopped dating broke men? I would say yes. The reason why I would say yes is because you guys so claim to be already dating broke men, right? When the men that you stopped fucking with, now he's broke. But he wasn't broke when he was with you. But now that you stopped fucking with him, it's because he's broke. You know what I'm saying? So I would say it would collapse because the majority of Americans are broke. Apparently, they're living paycheck to paycheck. They're barely able to survive and take care of themselves. So yes, society will collapse. And I land.
Nah, he was broke when she was dating him. She just didn't want to admit it because you don't want to talk bad about your partner. But
No.
But
No, hold on. That was groundbreaking. E. We need a hand clap. That nigga ate. Damn. That nigga ain't never lied. That nigga ain't never fucking lied.
Me a pander?
Go ahead,
You
Sharon.
see pander?
Hold up. Sharon came in here like, who the fuck talking about the Bible? Calm down, Sharon.
Can y'all hear me?
I said we about to have church up in this bitch.
Go ahead,
Y'all hear me?
Sharon.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah, society would collapse if women stop dating broke men. Because I gotta agree with E. Generally speaking, most Americans, and I think this is going to predominantly affect the men for sure. Most of us don't. I don't think most of us will qualify to be like rich or necessarily wealthy. So by that definition, from that perspective, I do think society would collapse. And plus, I think that a lot of children that are being born to households or to people that are admittedly not rich, right? A lot of them probably would be considered like below the poverty level. Like we know that for some reason whenever people are below the poverty level, they tend to have more kids for some reason. So I definitely think society would collapse because if you have the birthing class, so to speak, not having kids as much because they're not dating, they're not procreating, they're not being with people, I definitely think society would collapse.
Man, we actually went way past the question.
No, we didn't. That's the answer. I mean, they answering the question, but it's true. But what? Hold on, Dexter. You were somewhere with your head on the motherfucking wall. What was the question you tried to ask?
I was
What you
cooking.
trying to?
Real quick, y'all. Can y'all get the likes up to 45K? Like tap the screen. If you haven't already, share the live out and gift if you can. Support the
Oh
live.
dang, we already at 40K.
No, we can't celebrate yet. I just say get the likes up. Celebrate when we get to 45.
All right. Oh yeah. What they say about Iran before the Taliban took over?
Yeah, I told you on
Taliban been
Tuesday.
trying to take over before that. But who's in charge of Iran? The Shah. The Shah is in charge of Iran.
I love that you
You
went
know?
and did your research. I saw you going teacup. I respect that.
Yeah, nah, but nah, the Shah, he's in charge of Iran, and
Okay,
and
so
you might
why
as well
would
call
they?
him the
So the
king.
question is, if women in Iran was gaining autonomy, right, getting educated, being more successful, why did it flip? What happened?
We start leaving them alone. The Taliban, you know, they took over. We start leaving them alone.
Okay, why?
U.S. had their foot on their neck to say, "Hey, y'all need to give these women some rights." When we took our foot off their neck, they said, "Okay, we're gonna bring it back to what we was already
He ain't do
supposed
the
to
right
be."
research. He ain't did the right research, nigga. What?
I
No,
don't think men ever
you was
gave us
supposed
our
to.
rights, honestly.
But hold on, because you were supposed to research what was it like before the Taliban took over. Just how were the women living? What was their experience before?
Now the women were living good, but they was only living good since the
They was living
70s.
better. They weren't living
Because
good. They were
before the
living better.
70s, it was the same way. The women didn't have no rights.
Actually, I want to push back on that, right? So when a lot of men say that you should be grateful because we gave y'all your rights, no, that's not true. What thing I understand about being a human
Literally
being,
true. What are we talking about? How do you even argue that?
stop it, please.
How do you argue that?
What I'm
I
gonna
don't know who said that.
what I'm
I
gonna
agree with
say
you.
what I'm gonna say is this, right? We all were born with human rights. God gave us that. Nobody on earth can ever tell you, I gave you your rights. No, because you did not create me. God did. He told you what your rights were from birth. If any man tells
Yeah,
you,
he did.
well,
He told you we was over you guys.
stop it, please. Enough. When someone tells you, well, you should be grateful to me because I gave you the rights, they're telling on themselves. Because basically what they're telling you is, no, I played God in your life and I tried to act as if I gave you your rights. I abused you and I made you less than human to serve me and my benefit. So whatever he was saying was, men abuse women and try to make it seem like we're under them, like we're supposed to be like animals to them. But God himself made it clear, no,
God literally
you
put y'all under
stop
us.
it.
He literally
Stop.
put it.
Let me
God
finish.
Himself
Stop.
said it.
Stop.
And
Enough.
Theodora, hold
No,
on.
I'm
I don't
not
know who
done.
said
I'm
it.
not done.
I don't
I'm
know
not
who
I am
said it.
not done.
I don't know who
You're
said it,
still
I'm not
but
done.
I
talking.
agree with you.
Stop it.
And
Enough.
I'm
Stop. Let me finish. Damn. What I'm basically saying is, since you want to mention a Bible, I read it from cover to cover 5 times. God never told a man, you take away a woman's rights. You didn't give her her
You're
rights. He
changing
never,
it up,
no,
dummy. You're
stop.
switching up the fucking context.
Stop. Enough.
Like, don't switch up the context.
Basically, what God told Adam, this is a gift to you. You're supposed to treat your woman as such. What do you do with a gift? You don't strip it of its damn rights and put it under your feet and tell it, well, I'm going to give you your food. I'm going to take away your right to vote. No. You don't do that with a gift. When the Bible said, when I give your wife, it's a good thing, that doesn't mean you strip it of everything God gave it from birth as being a human in existence. You didn't give me my rights as a man. You took it because you thought you were God. That's what happened. And that's why we're in the freaking society we're in now. Because men want to play God.
Can I go next?
Literally are
Go ahead.
God.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Literally are God. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
My God,
Like,
honey.
I don't see how you're arguing that.
Sit down somewhere.
You can't say women should be grateful that men
Read
gave
the
them rights.
Bible and didn't acknowledge that men is God on earth.
Men
You made that up.
gods. First of all, it says we as men and women are gods, not just men. Thank you.
Women weren't alive when these things were being said. You dickhead.
Women
That's
are
cap.
gods
No,
too.
that's cap.
Wow.
That's cap.
Hold
Women are
up, go
gods.
ahead. Hold up, go ahead, D. And then I know Sharon got something to say about this.
You can't say women should be grateful to men because we gave you your rights when men were the one who oppressed women. That's like when white people say you should be grateful that we freed the slaves. You enslaved us. Like, why would I be grateful for
Thank
you
you.
for you reversing it? That's dumb. You just made it equal again. You just made it right. Why would I be grateful for you not oppressing me anymore? That's insane for you to say. And I don't know where you got that men are gods to women thing. That's not in the Bible. I read the Bible. That's not in there.
God literally says it.
Hold
God,
up, real quick.
man,
Hold up. Go ahead,
woman,
Sharon.
then
Hold
child.
up.
What are we talking
Hold
about?
up. Go ahead.
You're a
Hold
child, obviously.
Hold up, y'all. Go ahead, Sharon.
Um,
You there? I'm about to cycle you out. You want to teach up?
can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
You guys said
So
my name. I'm
biblically
sorry.
speaking,
No, you good. Go ahead, Sharon.
so biblically speaking, right? I think first and foremost that man created this version of God that we like to project on people. But biblically speaking, it's not God that said these things. It was actually Paul that came along and said and justified putting women in a secondary position to men. Right? Now, I do think other things in the Bible supports that. But specifically speaking, it was Paul that said it. So it's a part of scripture. But when you actually break down, God didn't say that. God didn't necessarily even justify that. And we're talking about what God said and what He didn't say. He never said or necessarily justified women being in a secondary position of man on the basis of being women. That's something that came really specifically with the New Testament, with the introduction of Paul's writings and stuff like that to the general premise. I mean, to the general scriptures and stuff like that. So God didn't say that. I do think that he was, like I said, inspired by men. Men created him with the intention to justify the bullshit we do already. But there's nowhere in the Old Testament that God says that, or that God specifically says that, even in the New Testament.
The hell?
Y'all hear me? My bad. I'm at the gym. What's going on? Somebody talk?
No, you hold on. Oh, she not connected yet. Tony, didn't you have your hand up a little while ago?
I've seen. Can I
Yeah.
say something? Oh, my fault.
But let Tony go. Then you can go E.
All right.
All right. So, with regard to like the money conversation in particular, right? I gotta admit, like, this is something that like I think about a lot in terms of like, as somebody who is not rich, by anybody's stretch of the imagination. Like, I often sit down and ask myself, like, I don't make six figures, right? And given the state of the economy, depending on where you live, not making six figures, is the difference between being able to basically put food on the table, right? The way I look at it is like, I know I'm broke, basically, right? I live paycheck to paycheck. I could turn around and say, like, okay, women shouldn't pay attention to that, right? And that women should just look at my character, or my potential, or whatever. But potential doesn't pay the bills. So I personally, I made a decision to say, like, okay, until I make more money, I'm just going to not date and keep to myself until I can get myself to a point where I can be relaxed. And I think, like, what would happen with a lot of men is, like, I think once men get to a place where we can be stable financially, if we work towards that, I do think that we'd be in a better place to date women. And I think that if we don't work on that, the dating scene is going to continue to shrink.
But Tony, isn't it fair to say that there are some men who want to be with a woman in order to get more successful? Because there are men who's like, oh, I'm gonna get with a woman because like the women are a resource.
I'm sorry, what was that question?
Because you're asking like, all right, with men, like I'm gonna achieve this first and get with a woman. No, like these broke niggas still want coochie and they want access to women. And there are men who like to exploit women to help themselves get a leg up.
Oh well, yeah. No, I mean, there's no question that that's true, and those men exist, and a lot of us know men like that. And I'll just say, like, a lot, like, men like that don't really make themselves look good doing that at the end of the day. But if women decide, hey, I'm not going to date anybody that doesn't make X amount. I'm not going to date somebody
without a degree or this or that or the other. I think like temporarily there are men are already angry, right? Because the red pill movement exists, the incel movement exists, the MGTOW movement exists, all that type of stuff, right? But with that comes ideally, like with that, there begins to be like a recognition of, you know what? It can't be that all women are being irrational about this. There's something about me that's just not getting the job done. Maybe I need to work on myself. And like those men, those broke men pursuing women and getting access to women, those men exist. But those men are also, they're going to get to a place where they're going to be made miserable over and over and over again until they finally wake up or until they're forced to wake up.
Yeah, but I feel like what you're talking about, it takes emotional intelligence to have their mental self-awareness. And then say that there, who the fuck is switching around?
Huh?
I was gonna say, oh yeah,
that's not me. That's authentic, I think.
Y'all tripping, bro. Niggas that be
I'll
like
mute up.
mooching off women, they
I
live
don't
their best
know.
life.
Let E go. He wanted to say something.
I'm gonna say two things real fast, and before I say that, when we go around again, please make your responses a little bit shortened. Y'all too long-winded, and y'all just circle jerking around the same things. But with that being said, I heard we talking about the Bible. Cool. The Bible does talk about. I don't know what y'all was talking about in particular. I don't remember it saying that men are God, and in text or any text at that. But it did mention something about discernment, right? And in chapters of Hebrews, Philippines, and Kings, where they spoke about, and it was not this word discernment that does not only pertain to men, because I see a lot of women come up here and they tell men to have discernment, where it's a two-way streak, right? You knowing that you're laying down with a broke man and allowing a broke man to put his seed inside of you, and you give birth to his child, that's on you. Another thing I do want to speak about as well is that I seen that Theodore, I think if I'm saying it right, Theodora, said that, so I'm going to swipe up here a little bit, verbatim, men never gave women rights, where I disagree with her on that one. Maybe not a specific men in particular, but women back in the first and second wave during the 1960s through the 1980s of feminism was fighting for legal rights, the right to vote, and workplace rights as well, where equal pay or something of that nature. It wasn't until later where the courts and the government, which is considered the patriarchy, quote unquote, which is mainly made, and it includes men, right? Into that, right? Men are the patriarchy. Those men, and the patriarchy is surrounded by men, includes a lot of men more than it does women. So I would disagree with that statement that men didn't give women rights, where that is in factual wrong. The government, which is the patriarchy, men, call it, and the courts recognize you guys at a later time for the struggles that you guys were going through, and then they acknowledged you guys for these, and then that's when they gave you right to vote, certain legal rights within the workplace. And I land.
Yeah, that's not true.
But yeah, can I respond to something? Hey man, y'all go tap the screen, man. Get my dog 50,000 likes, man. 50,000 likes, man. Y'all send her some gifts. Stop being broke as hell. Cause I don't know why y'all over here watching this good entertainment conversation and you motherfuckers ain't gifting my dog at all, man. You feel me? Do y'all big ones, man. That's it. That's all. Oh yeah, E. Hey E, I got a question for you. Can you grow facial hair?
Mod that nigga up. Mod this nigga.
Here you go. I have flashes.
Hey, can you grow facial hair?
You said what?
Can you grow facial hair?
Yeah, I have facial hair, bro.
Oh, okay.
Turn my camera on, show you right now.
No, you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that again.
Yeah, show us right now.
This nigga's crazy.
No, you ain't
He said, "Do I grow facial?" What was that? What did that? What did you try to get? What did you try to get with that question?
I would never answer them.
Before y'all go back and forth.
You gotta fight.
Wait.
Hold on, go ahead, Authentic.
Nigga said, "Do I
That
grow
nigga said he
facial?"
go to first.
You said what?
Cutie patootie. Cutie patootie. Tootie patootie.
I
This
see
nigga
East. I
cute.
see East in the comments. She see me up on a panel and ran.
But wait, y'all
Always
got
walking
the authentic
somewhere.
before y'all start circle
Huh?
jerking, and I watch.
You
Before
said
y'all
what?
start circle jerking and I watch.
It's not
Y'all
tonight. Tonight. It's
authentic
not tonight for the garbage. Yeah.
hold on, y'all.
You need to be stopped. Your time out.
Shamron, let me be nasty. But go ahead.
Is this nigga cross-eyed? What the fuck? Bruh. I thought that was a picture. This is a real person.
Don't do that.
Oh, damn. God. Damn, that shit crazy. What the fuck?
I don't know where Authentic at, but go ahead, Jonika.
Authentic right here.
Oh, go ahead then. Thank you, Lady Q. Go
Oh,
ahead.
y'all.
I've been calling you, ma'am.
Nah,
I didn't hear you.
I usually don't I usually don't get on lives, but
Hold up,
I felt
Jonica.
implied to
Let
get on
Authentic
here
go. I
today.
thought she was going. Let Authentic go real quick. You go after her. Go ahead, Authentic.
Okay, okay.
Okay, you want me to answer the prompt? Would society collapse if women stop dating men? No, I feel like society would be better because then men would realize what they actually want instead of dealing with women which society told them that they are entitled to at birth, which is not true. I'm gonna leave my point there.
You niggas always think society
Hold
taught
up,
you.
because I'm trying to cook. Go ahead, Jonica.
It's Jonika.
All right, I got it. My bad. Go ahead, Jonica.
Nah, you good. All right. Will society collapse if women stop dating broke men? Absolutely. A lot of these BLK men are broke as fuck.
There's no race to it. I'm
What?
confused. There's no race. It's men. It didn't say black men or black woman. This is why I
It
put
doesn't
race to it.
matter. I'm black, so
I get what this is. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm black, but at the same time, I'm a lesbian. So, I mean, I really don't care about what BLK men do, but at the same time, it's like I have to stand up for my sisters. A lot of these men are broke, and it is what it is. Will society collapse if women stop being dating broke men? Absolutely. That's just how I feel, though. That's all I gotta say.
I just think it's disingenuous to let someone. I just think it's disingenuous to let someone who's even unsure if they like men or woman to come up here and speak on men and
I
or
like
women.
women, but at the same time, I have to stand up for my sisters. Though
Wait,
a
hold
lot
on,
of
hold on.
y'all are broke.
Everybody's broke. Everybody's broke. Everybody's broke. But
Right.
I'm curious.
I
Okay,
wouldn't say
hold on, hold
everybody's
on.
broke.
Kind of like a deflection.
Majority of America's broke. Hold on, let me talk. Majority of America's broke, so that point never makes sense. And most men still make more than women. But I'm curious, are you the guy in the lesbian relationship or are you the girl? No. That's the reason.
Maybe be the
Hold
more
on.
I would maybe be the more dominant one. Absolutely, but
You're
I'm
the one that
still a
pays.
film presenting though.
Well, obviously, I can see that. You look very beautiful. God bless you.
Okay.
I appreciate
Hold
it.
on. Let me say
Hold
something. I
That
want
would
to
make
address the guy
on,
that
I'm
said
not
that
done talking.
it's
Bro,
always
I'm
about
not done
society.
talking. Oh my God. Bro, I just started talking, bro. I swear to God, it hasn't even been 15 seconds. God
It ain't been
damn,
15
bro.
seconds. Stop.
Nick, I just started. What the fuck me stop
Okay, go
talking?
ahead, Flashy. Let Flashy go. Then Authentic, you can respond, or Shamron, you can
Oh
respond.
my
Let him
God.
finish. Go ahead, Flashy.
But yeah, so like, are you? You say you're the man, so you're the one that pays the bills and all that good stuff, right? Hello?
No, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm kind of new to this. Like I said,
No, you're good. You're
I
good.
wouldn't say that. Like me and the woman I deal with, we usually play like, if she want to pay some bills, she can pay some bills. Like
So
I
50-50. So
no,
basically,
not necessarily. No, because like my woman now, she don't have to pay anything, but if she wants to, she can. Like
oh, it's
I
so you
have a
pay the bill.
background. Say
Hold up,
again.
Jonica. If you new to this, one thing to tell you, don't be telling these niggas your personal business.
Nah,
They be
I'm
doing
just,
this shit around the
we gotta
world.
make this make sense because I have to understand where she's coming from, right? And it's so if she's the guy in her relationship and she pays most of the bills, then I can understand where she's coming from. It makes more sense. But if she's like the girl and she don't pay shit, her girlfriend pays it, it's kind of like the
No,
fuck.
my girlfriend don't pay.
Okay, so you're the guy. Okay, cool. she has valid
I'm
points.
no let's just say I'm the more dominant presenting one. Like
Yeah, so you're the
that's
guy.
all I say.
Yeah, no, it's
Sure,
problematic to frame shit
but I'm
like
still
that.
a woman though.
Well, I know you are, baby girl. I'm not here saying you a dyke. I'm just saying you know you the
I see.
man.
But let's just say I know how to do multiple things. I got multiple
She
trades.
the
I do
provider.
multiple things. I'm the provider.
Okay,
Absolutely.
let's simplify that. You're the provider. Okay, great. Okay,
Exactly.
continue. That's it.
See, I like.
All I want to know.
Yeah, hold
Yeah,
on.
but
So,
a lot of you men don't do that though.
can I
Well,
address something
that's
from the
not true
comments
at
right
all. But
there?
okay,
That's not true.
no.
So okay.
Actually,
That is some facts.
So,
Yes.
Okay.
here's the thing that I think somebody in the comments was trying to point out or whatever. A lot of these women that are, lesbians or that don't deal with men, at one point in time they did. And even if they didn't, a lot of
Did.
what they're saying, regardless, is still echoed by women that deal with men. So I don't understand why you niggas get up here trying to exclude women from sharing perspectives that's been echoed by women for decades and centuries. Saying, oh, well, you don't deal with men, so you shouldn't be speaking on men. It's kind of a moot point because y'all don't ever think about the fact that these women at one point in time did deal with men. And even if they never dated men, they still deal with men in their families that might do some of the same shit. So trying to say that women can't speak on men when they either did deal with men or they deal with men in their families that exhibit some of the same tendencies or they echo sentiments that other women that deal with men echo or have said. It's kind of incompetent, for lack of a better term. It don't make no sense to try and do that. Niggas just don't like the fact that women are agreeing on shit that disparages us, so as a result, they want to exclude the amount of voices that can be heard saying the same shit.
That nigga said all those words to say absolutely fucking nothing.
No, he
I
said something. He
agree.
was saying
I
that shit. He
agree.
No,
said something.
I agree.
no,
He said
uh,
something.
just because you don't understand what I said doesn't mean I didn't say
That
anything.
nigga said all those
Nah,
words
I
to
heard exactly
say.
what he said.
All those
Of
words
course
and
he
you ain't
did.
comprehend not one of them.
That's
Of
crazy.
course you heard what he
Says a
Hey,
said.
real
lot.
quick.
It says a lot.
Hey,
Hey,
your
hold on,
inability
hold
to
on.
understand is not my fault.
Hey, hold on. Hey, everybody get Tara to 60,000 likes, man. Y'all out here watching her good show, man. Tap the screen, man. Give my daughter 60K. Send her some gifts. You feel me? Share the lie to 5 of your little cousins and your sneaky link, your broke ex. Share the lie because they might need to hear this shit. You feel me?
Crazy how you
Matter
think
of
they need to
fact,
hear this shit and you can
matter
understand
of
what I was
fact,
saying. It's crazy.
send it to like 3 of your last broke niggas that was in your DMs. Go share the live.
But hold on. I do want to reply to somebody that said that women like to base it on what society told y'all to do. It's true. Society did tell you that you need to be dating women. That's why a lot of y'all is confused out here oppressing women because you don't even like women.
Hey
Mm-hmm.
East. Hey, hold up. Hey East, fuck you. Don't be sending that shit to me. You funny as fuck. East funny if I said send that bitch to your broke baby daddy. That motherfucker sent that shit to me. East, you an asshole, Russell. Hey, fuck you, East. Fuck you. That
Just
shit crazy.
let's be real though. How many men go stay with women and they don't have their own place?
A lot.
How many women have
Exactly.
places because of a man's living there? Most women can't pay the rent by themselves.
Why
Like, why do
not?
we? Because wait,
What type of women you messing with?
That
Nah,
part,
all my
yeah.
friends got their own shit themselves.
no,
I
no,
ain't
no. Hold on, hold
Most
on. But
women
there's
do
lot.
have their own shit.
Okay,
If you staying in that
all my
woman's house,
homeboys got
you're
their
gonna
own
pay
shit.
rent. I don't know
But hold
what
on,
the hell you call it.
but all my homeboys got their own shit. So you see how the argument is irrelevant because we all know people that have their own shit. But the way we talk about it, right, is oh these niggas live with the woman, but a lot of these women cannot afford the rent without the man. You see how that's the middle ground right there. You know a whole bunch of boss bitches, right? I know a whole bunch of get money niggas. Where do we go from there? We have to talk about the people in the middle, the motherfuckers that can't afford it. Because let's be real, society or the numbers say most men make more money than women. We cannot argue that shit. No matter how much I want to call niggas, bro, you have to acknowledge the basic reality that most men make more money than women. And if we start talking about 6 figures, the higher we go, the gap increases dramatically.
That's just cause patriarchy.
Hold on,
But we don't
Patriarchy.
care
That's
that.
a
Exactly.
hold on. So let
even
me
Exactly.
ask
hold
you
on,
a
We
hold
don't
on.
question.
care.
Can y'all hear
Even if
me?
that's
Hold
even
up.
if that's
Yeah, we
Hold
hear
up,
you.
because I want to ask a question in response to that. Because women literally are losing rights right now, and men are trying to set up society in a way that like women would be dependent on men. What does that mean for broke men?
what rights are women losing?
A bunch of them. Women
Abortion
get
is not a right.
women,
Let's address that
hold
before we
up.
even get to
No,
these dynamics.
reproduct. No,
That's
that
not a
is a
right.
right.
That's
Hold
not
up.
a right.
Calm down. That is a right. There are
Yes,
also
it is.
women.
Happening
Hold
to you,
up.
then you gonna
How
care.
you gonna ask the question and cut me off? That's crazy.
My bad, Trey. I'm sorry. I'm hyped.
And
I
another
apologize.
thing also is women are being pushed out of the workforce, right?
That's
Like
not true.
that's not true.
They literally
You
have
gotta look that
programs.
up. No, they are pushing women out the
They're not.
workforce.
Let me tell you how I know you're lying, right? There's programs, like a lot of these labor jobs have programs pushing to get women in the field. Like, so this narrative that, oh my, they're pushing women out. That's not true, because there's a whole bunch of companies that are literally begging for women to come work there, but they don't want to, because a lot of women don't want to do that physical labor shit. Which is, I get it, I understand, but don't pretend like, oh, they're kicking women out. No, there's a lot of jobs begging for women because they're trying to diversify their company. The fuck are you talking about?
Hold on,
But
let
that,
Liz go and then 30 go. Go ahead, Lance Flashy.
no, that's it.
All right, what's up, Liz?
Hey everyone. So I used to live in a place called Taos, New Mexico. And in Taos there was a saying that was like, what do you call a man in Taos without a girlfriend? And the response was homeless. And that was very much a thing in Taos. And I feel like that is a thing throughout the rest of the country as well. I don't know about the rest of the world. Definitely throughout the rest of the country. I would be curious like how economically like things would shift like on a macro scale, because there are so many women who are supporting broke men, and the thing is I don't think we realize how many it is, because like these same women will give those men their paychecks, will slide the credit card under the table at restaurants, like because they don't want, because like they know that, like, for one thing, the women want the men to want from the outside looking in, for it to look like the man is the provider, because that makes her by extension look better, because it looks like then it's like, oh, I'm
Stroking
able
his
to
ego
obtain a
type shit.
man who has these kinds of resources, right? But then of course it looks better for the man too. So like there's this vested interest on all sides to like keep up appearances in a certain way. But I think like if women just stopped doing that, we would very quickly realize how many men were being kept afloat by women. And I think it would be a lot.
Absolutely.
You see,
Yeah.
I gotta keep sidestepping the
Hold on,
fact that
y'all got mute up till they done. You done, Liz?
Yeah, so basically, like, I think it would definitely shift things. I don't know if it would bring society to collapse, but it would definitely bring out the truth in terms of how many women are supporting men, and I think it would be a lot more than people realize.
But you great. But you see how
Hold on,
once again,
30 turn. Let 30 go real quick. What's up, 30?
Yo, what up? What up, Tara? What up, panel? First things first is no, society would not collapse, because if that's the case, it would be the collapse right now, because most women date broke men and they take pride in it. Women love control. If they can get a man in their house that'll sit up in their house and wait on them to leave the club, wait on them to come to work, you know what I'm saying? As long as he's theirs, then they ain't got no problem with it. Women already date broke men, and the world is still turning. You know what I'm saying? I've heard of several women who will let a man come and sleep over at their house, even if they got kids there, you know, and he'll move his game system in them. Before you know it, he's staying there. And guess what? All he got to do is just, because she dickmatized, all he got to do is just lay the pipe on her, and she cool with that. Long as she got somebody she can call her own, she ain't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? So women love a lazy man. You know what I'm saying? Long as he meets her
Lazy
physical,
is crazy.
yeah, women definitely love a lazy man. Long as he meets her physical criteria, long as he's attractive to her, she would definitely go and do the most for it. I've seen it. I've seen bum ass niggas that have no car, no jobs, no nothing. And guess what? They'll pull this attractive ass woman just because she deems him attractive, and she'll take care of that nigga. She'll take care of him. She'll play that motherly role that that he wants her to play, and he'll take advantage of it too, because he know for a fact that motherfucker ain't going nowhere, because guess what? Her self-worth is low. You know what I'm saying? He knows he's better than her. She don't know she deserves better, but she thinks he's more attractive. So I think the conversation should be had that a lot of these women, they base their self, and there's nothing wrong with liking somebody's physical preference, but they would negate everything. They would throw everything out the window as long as he's physically attractive to her.
But hold up, you saying that like
Okay.
they don't? You saying that they don't have a lot of self worth, right? What I'm saying is that what if women were learning that, oh, you are worth more than this? Like collectively, women realize that, oh, I shouldn't date a nigga for potential because that's not enough. Not especially not a lazy one. That's crazy.
Oh, these plenty women, they date lazy niggas. Plenty.
No,
They'll fuck
answer
them.
my question, 30.
Ask it again.
If women didn't think like, oh, I should be with a man, or if she had a low self worth, right?
Yeah.
If women like no collectively like the standard gotta be higher, then what would the response be?
Um, she'll date somebody of her caliber. And she'll be looking past the physical preference that she has.
All
But
right,
if
in that
that's the
case,
case, hold up, let me say
happens
this.
to all the
If that's the
lazy
case,
broke
right?
niggas?
Let me say this,
Mm-hmm.
please. And I know I'm going to say something surface level, but it applies. If that's the case, shows like Pop the Balloon wouldn't exist, where a man will have all the credentials under his belt, right? But if he's not her type, she gonna pop that shit. She gonna pop that shit, and guess what? She gonna get with the nigga that she find attractive, and she don't know shit. She don't know nothing about this man. Long as he's attractive to her, she definitely gonna lay down and bend her ass over for that nigga.
All right, what's up,
Truthfully, I'd
Silent?
rather get with the nigga that looks good than the nigga
Hold up,
that's
yo, we got
ugly
somebody
and
else on the
still acts the
panel.
same way.
Hold up, then we got one other new person. Go ahead, Silent.
Nothing much, just chilling. Am I answering the prompt?
Yes, mm-hmm.
So I would say society wouldn't crumble if women stopped dating broke men. Society would crumble if there was no babies to be born, because if there was no babies to be born, then the last old person would die off, and then there'd be no generations after that. But unfortunately, with the law of attraction, I find it funny that the prop says dating broke men, because there's plenty of women that have kids out right now and aren't with a person. So, I always think of it like this. It's so many women with kids for them to say that they're looking for somebody that's worth of a high status. So I'm thinking to myself, all these kids and you still single, that'd be a red flag for me. But for the most part, I wouldn't say society would crumble because of, women stop dating broke men.
But you don't see any behavior shift at all.
The funny thing about this is everybody acts like the dating pool is terrible, but it's been terrible. It was like this in the past. It's never changed. It's just the fact is some people know how to vet versus people who don't know how to vet. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, if you're in the young generation and you're looking to find somebody, most likely it's always the younger generation that doesn't pick anybody because they're always looking for better. And with them always looking for better, that's kind of like a poison. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Jimmy over there and think he's okay, but then Jeff's over here, you keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading, never choosing and making the choice, you'll end up landing without somebody eventually.
So, okay, you kind of contradicted yourself here because you said that the most valuable thing in society is women having children. And then you said that women who have a lot of children
I said society would collapse if there was no
crumble,
children.
right? Okay, so wouldn't that be the most
Right.
valuable thing to society, existing and thriving and continue and sustaining itself? That would be the most valuable thing, right?
That depends on who thinks that's valuable. Not everybody thinks
Do you
it's
want to,
valuable.
okay, so you're the one who said society would collapse without babies, right? Without new babies being born. So it sounds like you think women having babies is pretty valuable, but then you also think that women with babies are less valuable.
No, I didn't say women with babies are less valuable.
Yes, you did.
I said women with babies.
Let me
it's
ask you a
funny.
question.
I said women with babies. I said women with babies. It's funny how a lot of women are out here single, but yet they already have kids.
Let me
So
ask
it's
a question.
And you said that you
they've
think
already
that
dated
you
broke
said
men.
that
They've
they
already
think
dated broke men
no.
before.
You said that they think that they deserve the top caliber of man, even though they
And
have
you
all
said
of
that's a
these
red
kids.
flag.
That's what you said.
I said that's the younger generation. They keep trying to improve and improve and improve, and then they don't make any choices to stay with anybody, and then they end up with nobody.
The younger
Oh my
generation.
God! Now you're gaslighting.
The younger generation is crazy because they not having kids the same way. But go ahead, Jonica.
I
Let me
said
ask
the
a
same.
question. Let me ask a question. Um, do you think men have evolved from the providing and protecting? Most women, and nowadays, we can provide for ourselves and we can protect for ourselves. Do you think men have evolved from that and learn any new skills?
I think men have always
No.
evolved. I just think that y'all don't like the way that men have evolved because a
How
lot of
how have you evolved?
because a lot of times men aren't taking anything from women. They're just being silent. They're not picking anyone more. They're not even chasing women anymore. They're just leaving y'all alone, just like y'all instructed.
That's it.
Be
That's the whole.
instructed.
Leading
That's
you to
very
nowhere,
vague.
leading you to die. I mean, to
Is that it?
I know
Like you
I don't
said,
I.
want y'all no more.
that's how they evolve. That's the whole evolution. Is just not picking women anymore.
Exactly.
I mean, why do women complain that they want men but don't have them?
Who complaining about having men?
I'm just giving a statistic.
That's the thing. They try to make their problem our problem. We don't care
Oh,
about that stuff as much.
gotcha.
Well, obviously you don't. I mean, if that's how you feel, that's fine. But
Women
I'm
are
just
complaining,
Y'all,
but
y'all, y'all,
if you
y'all,
had
y'all just
So
mad because y'all
basically,
losing
like the
right now.
prompt says,
I already answered the
basically, like the
prompt. I
prompt
answered the
says,
prompt a long time ago.
society wouldn't be without women. Simply,
No, society wouldn't be without children. If there was no children, then society would crumble.
if there's no women, there's no children.
Who raise the
Why
children?
do women just don't make kids by themselves? They need a man.
Y'all can't hold children. Okay,
But you can't make children without a man.
okay, that means it don't need to be men around for that. All it needs is one.
My point
We'll just go to
exactly.
the sperm bank.
Yeah, but you still
That
got to get a
too.
man to jack. You still got to get a
Wow.
man to jack off to get there. Still,
It
you
doesn't
may
mean
think that.
you don't think most men are gonna jack off and want to put something in a cup?
No, I was saying,
Exactly. They get
what
paid
if
to do
men,
that.
what if men stopped jacking off and y'all just couldn't go to a sperm bank? You would have to go back to the same way.
You think men would do that? Y'all are so simple minded.
No, y'all, sex is
I
too
think you
important
take
for
us as a
y'all.
fool, Miss
Sex is too important for y'all.
Jonica.
I think you take men as a fool.
Y'all are fool.
Absolutely.
Y'all are not problem solvers. Y'all are not leaders. Y'all are not none of these things that y'all say y'all are.
Maybe the ones you pick.
When
I don't know about
I
it.
get
I
a
don't know
The
chance,
about
I'm
ones
other
gonna.
I
people.
pick. Oh wow. Y'all always want to separate yourselves. Y'all all the same.
Well, man, if you feel that way, why don't you go lesbian?
I am
It
lesbian.
is.
Luckily,
The joke's on
we
you,
have the
huh?
rights. We got the rights to be bisexual. Luckily, because we don't care about what other men think, so we could date whoever we
Exactly.
want.
Exactly. Nothing to say now, huh?
What up, y'all? What's up, Jermaine's?
Greetings, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey,
I've been in here listening for a little bit, and I'm probably a little bit older than everybody on this panel. Also, I've been married, have 5 children and 3 grandchildren. Been married twice. These conversations are very, very interesting to me. And they're very interesting because it sounds like a bunch of almost man bashing. The
Yeah,
prompt
I get
says,
that.
would society collapse if women stop dating broke men? First of all, society would never collapse because men built the society. Let's get that correct. Second of all, without a man in the society, there wouldn't be a society. Let's get that correct too. Third of all, men can have children their entire life. Their entire life. We create sperm by the billion.
children.
Excuse me, I'm speaking. I didn't speak over you. By the billions.
Yeah, he
Okay.
never heard of geriatric sperm, y'all.
By the billions. Okay. Right. She see this right here. This
I just
is
want to say,
why.
thank you for correcting us. Jermaine's a great man, you guys. That's a great man.
A wonderful man.
All hail this great man.
You
We're
know
lucky
what's
to be in
very
his presence.
interesting to me is that none of you can sit and be quiet while somebody else talks. It's very interesting. I never came in and interrupted anybody. I came in respectfully, and you come
We
disrespectful.
don't want to hear men talk nonsense.
That's a good man, y'all. That's a good man
It's,
right there.
it's very interesting. But when the women overtalk the men, y'all say nothing. This young lady sat up here and called this man all type of things, and you said absolutely nothing. But as soon as he said anything, y'all had a problem with it, and each and every one of you jumped on him. Now, this whole broke man thing, I have a question for you ladies up here. I have a question for you. What number do you put on when you consider a man to be broke? Give
Well,
me a
hold
number.
up, real quick, before you ask that question, because you like way off base, okay? When we're talking
Way
about,
off base.
hold up, yes, sir, calm down.
Okay,
So it's
I'm
with
very
the whole,
calm.
whatever. The whole point of the
Exactly,
question,
whatever. Y'all is funny.
not you being combative, but listen, the whole point
Can
of
I
the
answer
question,
that?
hold up, I was talking, y'all. Again, it's a hypothetical question based on what we're witnessing in society and like how human behavior can change over time. So for you to hear man bitch whatever, sorry, you like it's very curious why an old man with grandkids up here talking to us and not spending time with his grandkids, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But the reality is, like, if the economy becomes worse, right? If the pay gap becomes, or the top people at the top and everybody else, and we have a middle class that's disappearing, and at the same time, women are losing rights, and you're saying that women are going to have to be with men in order to access resources. You think that's not going
Any
to have a
of you
negative
married?
impact?
Are any of you married?
Shut up.
No,
If you don't think
man.
that's going to have an impact
Any
on,
of you married?
if you don't think that's going to have an impact on men as well
Any
as
of you
women,
married?
that's shut your old ass up. Why
Shut
would you come, sir? Why would you come to single people
your y'all gonna
TikTok
stay
with your old married ass asking us to
forever.
speak? What? Go spend time with your fucking family.
Stupid ass joke.
No, you a stupid
How
bitch. Go
You
how
gonna
spend
be
time.
old
single
No.
is
forever.
Didn't
he?
take
Go spend some
long.
The
time with your
match done
fucking
fell off.
family.
The
I
Not
match
just
your.
oh
Hold up.
say
And
Hold
how
what?
up.
much is
I
he
got
making
my
Hold
a
up,
baby.
year?
ma'am. Hold up, ma'am.
I'm
Sir,
at
you
soccer.
say you got
I
fucking
make more than
grandkids.
any one of
Go
I
raise your.
make
We
more
don't
than
give
any
a
one
fuck.
of
Your
y'all.
old ass, sir. With your
And I don't
geriatric fucking sperm, sir. Nobody asked
don't
your old Murray ass to be up here. Go spend time with your fucking family, you stupid bitch.
let me
You a
talk like
dumbass bitch. Ain't
you.
nobody fucking asked
You
you all in single people fucking business. Nigga, go
you
spend
gonna stay
time
single for the
before that
rest
second wife divorce your stupid
talking
ass
about
like the first one did, you dumb
man,
motherfucker.
what
You
you
ain't
make?
up here talking about nothing. You
Work
ain't
at
about the
McDonald's?
little girl, little boy us.
Work
We
at
ain't fucking,
McDonald's?
ain't nobody looking for you.
How
Ain't nobody asked you to come over
broke
here,
man you
sir.
been?
Nobody
You
was
been
looking for you,
sleeping?
you stupid bitch. Nobody called you. Nobody shared the live with you. You come in here like you fucking said something. You dumbass bitch. The fuck? Y'all fucking weird. And that nigga weird for fucking circle jerking with you. Anyways, back to the fucking conversation. Take y'all married asses in the fucking house then. Stop coming over here worried about what the fuck single people talking about. You stupid bitch. But go ahead, y'all.
You know, I grow tired. Like, just because your children don't speak to you doesn't mean that you need to like come over here and like annoy us with your
He said he was
words.
divorced
Right.
twice, so I
Find
don't know
somebody to
why
get
he's
that weak
asking if
ass
anybody's
knowledge too.
married. Your marriage just didn't work out.
That was crazy.
Talking about men uphold society.
They create
Yeah.
out of billions.
They are delusional. This shit is crazy.
What do
Yeah.
that have to do with the question?
I can't wait till men can have babies.
Free. They only let me do 15 stickers now. Free. TikTok ain't right. But yo, I've been on here for a while. Anybody want to say something before I end it?
No, this was fun though.
All right, I appreciate y'all. I got to upload some lives, y'all. I'm gonna do it later. I'll see y'all tomorrow though. Thank y'all for coming and supporting. I appreciate y'all.
All
Bye,
right. Have a good
Tara.
night.
Bye.